almost.
I see. All right.
Nah.
Got that. We are live. We are cooking.
No fucking way.
Let's
God damn it.
let's get her going.
Wisconsin is now your enemy.
The whole state.
The whole, all of Wisconsin, even the very land itself, no, your enemy.
Not just
We
not
have to
just
cut
the
it
man.
off of America
No
using this
fucking way.
oversized saw.
Properties.
Wisconsin will remember this. No fucking way.
There we go.
Hey Fib, what's the name of that one protein powder?
Way.
Thank you.
Just way. It's not that bad.
Wait. I get
Alright.
too much
Close that
amusement
out.
out of that.
Are we on the right page? We are. All right. Excellent. Well, folks, our story is is beginning to conclude now.
No.
You guys have our Feral Five have rescued Voop's master, have flown back, yes, to Hel Hazar.
Intrusive thoughts were telling me to kill her, honestly.
Why?
But I also didn't realize that it was her. I
Oh.
thought it was like, oh, I thought it was like, oh, we gotta kill this. It's just another thing. And you're like, oh, do you want to kill her? I'm like, oh shit, for war. I was like, oh wait, this can be spared. Fuck, I forgot that.
Hold on.
Why the fuck does it show trending videos $1 versus $1 billion yacht? What the fuck?
Well, it always so it doesn't have it has the default
Mr. Beast.
yeah YouTube stuff. So whatever's trending is what it throws up. It doesn't throw up any
$1
music search
yacht,
stuff.
bro. It's just a yacht drawn on a piece of paper, probably.
All right. So
My ADHD.
you guys fly back to our capital, return Voop's master and Voop to the safety of the Eyes of Cathis, where she begins to break down what exactly happened to her following the attack from what she claims to be Ivory Familia agents who were looking for something that they were researching over in back in Eridu, where Voop was separated from her following the attack. She kind of looks over to you, Voop, and she gives you kind of a solemn nod. I think it'd be best if we went back there and tried to look and see if we could find it again. I've never seen anything quite like it. I was researching for a number of years before I thought that I could trust you with it. Not that I don't trust you, Voop, but the power within was something else. I didn't think it was safe, you see. I didn't want to subject you to something you weren't quite ready for.
So she was researching something that the Familia had, or
the Familia? She thinks the Familia knew she had something. She had something of value, and
so she she ran away. Okay.
I tried to flee with the rest of you after gathering things up, but when I grabbed a hold of it, it seemed to activate. I had been very careful to not make too much physical contact with it prior to then. As soon as I did so, I was transported. And then I don't remember much after that point.
What was this artifact? What did it look like?
Yes, she throws up this illusion that she conjures forward, and shows you it's almost this spinning sphere, very much like a crystal ball, but alongside of it, you see a frame made up of a trellis that ends at a point at either side. It is very intricate, very artistically crafted, but it looks basically like two pyramids, stacked on the wide side, similar to the shape of a D8.
Does that ring any? I guess not ring any bells, but like from what we've seen of like Nemesis and Knight, as far as like their sort of auras, I guess. Does it have any sort of
Make a history check.
recognizable?
Yeah, as you look it over. Yeah. 28. Yeah. It has a hint of the artistry of Knight's Legion, but it seems much more. It's almost much more ancient than that. From what you surmise, in figuring it out, this is definitely something that fell here from before. From like before the Sundering. This is something that never actually was influenced by it and made its way here, and just happened to pull her. You don't know if it was something that was intentionally drifted, or if it was truly accidental. But it's very odd that this thing has actually made it to here, and that it has no Sundered influence at all. It is characteristically similar to some of the walls and things like that, the more artistic areas, even the piano that you saw at the helm of the ship.
Okay.
So,
this is probably out of character because I don't think we ever talked about Al's sort of god meeting, but he also got like sucked into like an orb thing.
I did.
Um,
It was weird.
like I said, I don't think in character I know anything, but I just Charlie, the player is very curious about that.
the orb within this one is almost a solid black obsidian. But there is something oddly familiar. And I don't know if Al is necessarily with you guys. That's up to you guys if you would have followed them into the college, into the Eyes of Cathis headquarters. But if he is there, I would note something about that.
Seeing the sphere, would you have wanted me there?
You want us all to follow, or?
It's up to you guys, really. I think we kind of just got back and we're just kind of hanging out there. I mean, it's not like you're excluded, but if you don't want anything
Fuck
else,
off. You're not allowed. You're not one of us.
I am curious about the further details of what happened. Like,
that's basically we're just kind of I forget the word, but yeah, like just kind of talking about what happened. And
yeah, she's just trying to debrief. There's like people who are like trying to take care of her and make sure she's okay and stuff. Like doctors are just checking her over and stuff while she's giving her side of the story on these things. But the general gist is that people just are really happy that she is actually alive still, because she was maybe not the most high ranking member of the guild, but she was somebody that people like. I wouldn't even say respect. A lot of them did respect her, but she was more like a beloved character within the guild. Like that one professor that everybody kind of likes.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably some sort of infamy kind of thing there too, just like a mysterious, like she's one of the unaccounted people.
Yes, 100%. Looking over the orb, Al, there is a very similar shape and almost cream color to a section of lines that seem to stem from either pole, and there are about 10 of them that ascend to the top and the bottom. They are perfectly symmetrical and divide this otherwise entirely black orb. The other thing about this image that she's showing forward is that the orb is not connected by anything. It is suspended within this device.
Would
It's
I get like any sense of connection to the orb that I went into?
you can make an insight check. I would say that would be a helpful thing.
Alright.
22. You think that the creator of this might have been inspired or knowledgeable about such shapes, or that shapes like this have a conjurational function. You know what I mean? Like there is some sort of arcane reason that it is designed this way, and maybe not a religious one. But they are similar.
Maybe there's another plane inside, like what I had seen with the other one.
You what?
The orb that we found, I went inside and there was some weird crap. I'll be right back.
He sees a
Like,
hot dog
where?
stand outside the window. Leaves.
He's hot lady.
Um,
Ooh, I'll be right back.
Any chances it holds some significant value to some other people then? If I
What?
remember right, there's spells for appearing into history.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine.
How dare you? No, kidding.
No, something fell and I thought someone fell over in my house.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh man, I can't get up.
Where were we?
We're talking about the orb.
When I went inside the orb, there was more space inside than there should have been. So I'm assuming it was another plane. I saw an orb in the middle that created a small me. As I'm guessing, I don't know that that was Io.
Yeah, that would be something that you would. I don't know. I don't think you succeeded the check on figuring that out.
Did you like have another dream?
Another dream.
What are these words coming out of your mouth right now?
When investigating that orb that floated up in the air, I went inside it, and I'm just telling you what I saw.
I know, in character, like
Yeah.
I know.
You saw him go
I-
in, and you saw him fall out, but it was a very strange thing. So
how
Sorry.
long did that
Sorry.
take? I'm curious.
he was gone for a little while. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, so it wasn't like me going in and just immediately falling out.
No, not quite.
Not like he
So
just
there
stood
wasn't
there,
any
nothing
time
happened.
distortion.
oh, so in
No.
the plane of dreams. Okay.
Yes, in the plane of dreams.
Hmm. Well, maybe you saw something. Yeah. Well, this seems to have some sort of almost primeval aspect to it. So possibly it's related.
I used melt with the melt with stone spell to get in there. Maybe if we know where this one is, we could try it with that. But I don't know what's on the other side if there is one.
She lost it, right? Or
The place that you like fled from is now a ruin. You guys would have to try to go back there, which you can do, right? Pretty easily. And take a look. She does not have possession of it right now. No.
okay. Well, when you're feeling up for it, I mean, we could go back there, and maybe you can try and retrace your steps and find it. But I mean, a lot of people have searched what happened that night, and most of the places are ruined now. Sorry, I'm talking to Anda.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at this orb
It's okay.
drawing. Yeah, it's very similar to that, but if you took the cones and
It was
combined
all
them together.
trademark.
I was
The
gonna
orb
start drawing.
trademark.
She looks over to you. I think, well, I've rested enough. I think. It would be good to go back to the scene of things and see how they've changed. And well, if the familia is after it that hard, that aggressively, we need to make sure that we can get hold of it. I know it's been quite a while since I left, but who knows what it's capable of. Um, what? Well, I suppose. You are. You've made a bit of a progression in as far as the eyes of Cathis go, my once apprentice. What do you recommend?
I think yes, it's a dangerous artifact that we should look into. But like I said, I don't want to drag you along if you're not ready. You were literally in another galaxy or something, pulled by of these primeval forces and the undead, and I don't know, there's a lot going on. I hope you're ready for another adventure so soon.
I don't think I could be proud of my work if I didn't take things like this on the cheek, like a few others in our legacy have done. I'll have a little bit of time to rest on, however we're getting there, and it's not like I'm going to be doing any heavy lifting.
Get them gains.
Up to you. If you'd like me to stay, I can stay. And she will yeah, she'll walk over to you and just kind of place a hand. I don't remember. Is Voop tall or short? I thought he was shorter.
I'm probably taller than her.
Okay.
She's like a halfling.
Yeah.
She gets a step stool to put her hand on shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like step ladder.
She'll ruffle a bit of the owl feathers, and give you a look. She's an older halfling, a little bit.
Back in my day.
Not that old. And give you a bit of a wink. Whatever the game plan is.
Well, sooner rather than later, because I think I've basically sold my lifespan into being a teacher. So
All right.
until that starts up, I have some time.
Well, let's let's get going before you have to lead a lecture or something.
Yeah.
What would you teach? What subject? I'm curious.
I mean, Voop, you have that clone, don't you? Or a spare body?
It's not ready yet.
It's not how the clone spell works either. It's just actually
It's
not
still
how it works.
gestating.
You've
what would
got to
I
die for that
teach?
thing to take
I
hold.
was gonna say, yeah, die, and then you're free, and then no more teaching,
So
Because they didn't say anything about having to die, about dying, coming back to life.
I believe it's Everroost. It's nearby Everroost.
It
is it-
is. It's like along the coast somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember if all this went down in Elisana or Eridu. I don't remember. I think we wrote it down.
Yeah, I think it's Elisana.
That sounds
Oh,
familiar.
okay. So it was
It's
your.
a smaller town. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
it's somewhere here.
Gotcha. Okay, so it did not happen in Eridu like I thought. All this went down in Elisana, and that's when you fled to Eridu. Because you were traveling to the different Aven capitals anyway, so it was just time for you to move on. All right. So you fly back to Elisana. God, I think it's yeah, it is summer here now. So it's hot. You fly in and you see this like sprawling grand coastline. and a massive sort of volcano kind of just churning up above over this like kind of vast but sparse jungle where you can kind of see the ground and things like that. It looks just like it's almost like the shoreline doesn't end, and you have like a tropical kind of sandy shoreline that ascends into this tropical mountain range and things like this. Malualur, its young coast. You fly past it and approach instead a smaller town. You see kind of sprawled around you a ruin, a shattered research site that once extended over to the volcano of Malualur as they were doing planar studies, because the volcano itself is very much like the whirlpool where it leads to the plane of fire. Should you,
That's
you know,
hot.
it is. Should you venture into its deeper regions?
Is there a plane of lightning?
No, there's not actually.
Damn.
Yep.
Say it. Lightning.
Looking around, you see the research site that you once held, and you pick apart and pry through these different boards and fallen walls and stuff. You go ahead and make me an investigation check. Just everybody, whoever's there.
Hey, Vroop, are you proficient in investigation?
Yeah.
Want expertise?
Sure.
Yay.
Cool.
Sorry, an investigation. Could I help with that?
Yeah, you can make your own separate one, or you can give an advantage, whatever works.
I'm not skilled in investigation, so have that.
Nice. So
Roll
35.
30.
So 43.
Yep, 43.
43. Jeez. All right. A lot of stuff has been
Oh.
nicked through here. A lot of your personal belongings that you didn't like either have a moment to get are notably gone from where they should be. You can kind of get a precise inventory of what all has been taken, who had it, and you even spot some like corpses of folks here and there. A few of them are these familia members who have not been buried. There are a number of graves nearby, who you identify as probably having been familia members rather than the mages who they killed to get here. But yeah, you see some of the folks that like got crushed and stuff like that they just didn't want to work to get the bodies of, littered around here and there. You will find with your 43, as you pull and push through this wreckage, a chamber, almost a door,
Open in your.
that is locked shut, and your master walks over with a little ring of keys and pops it open, and she looks to you. It should be in here. I'm very, very happy that it seems that they didn't get to my things. It means I should have a few helpful things inside here, just in general, but hopefully the orb is still here.
It's lucky you still have your key ring.
Well, I've got most of my things, it seems. She kind of like looks around. Yeah, she's got most of her personal effects, it seems. Whatever she was carrying at the time, and she was trying to flee with this orb at the time, so she would have had her key ring to lock up and stuff. She opens the door, and there's a ladder that descends down into this dark, dusty, caven-in room. There's like sand and stuff like that is now like spilled into the room. There's like a black stone that makes up most of the floor and things like this. It's very rough, but it's like been magically kind of cleared away to make more of an ornate space. You look around and you see all these different potions and spell scrolls and things like this, that she was studying and trying to figure out for herself, different effects that she would have been using either for teaching or for research of her own. Different plants and things like this that have either grown and decayed away or have seated themselves in this dark area. you see a few of these let's see. Yeah, I would say that there'd be a couple like different creature things here and there. But you also see like this jar of beholder eyes that, as you guys kind of walk past, kind of look towards you. She kind of looks around through this space and looks over to that entrance area where there is a perfectly circular kind of space where everything is gone. It looks like the ground itself has been removed and like a little bit of the ceiling, and that is what led to this place caving in. But there is almost a light here. It's a very faint little light that is just burning. It's just floating at the center of the room.
So, is this a project of one of yours, or is this something new?
She looks up to it and tries to squint and begins to reach for it before retracting. Oh, I don't really know what this is, to be honest with you. Do any of you have a way of inspecting this to figure out what it is? Any way of interacting with it? Let me look around my things. I should have a stick somewhere or something. She
There was
begins.
a rock.
Football. Always keep one.
Yep.
I'll cast Detect Magic while she's tinkering around.
You detect powerful conjuration magic here.
Okay. And this is like, so just so I can get the scene correctly. So this is like just, there's like a glow of light, like where the orb kind of imprint was.
Yeah,
or
it
something?
seems like at the very center point of that imprint, there is now this little like, it's almost like a single candle, but maybe half of the strength of a candle. Just a very slight wisp of light, just kind of hovering there.
I'm fine going to touch it if anyone wants.
Do you have a way back?
Touching no balls. I'd say the Eric is there right now.
If
Are you
there's
just
trees,
hoping for a
yes.
tree on the other side? Okay.
Just bring a
No
tree
way
with
back,
you.
but
Who has the other cube, the cubic gate?
you have both.
I have both?
I think.
You could use them as dice. Just roll them.
Just
Yes, I remember, unless Gorb has one of them, I remember you grabbing one from me after you gave it to me.
yeah, that was mine. I gave it because it was key to the abyss. I think Gorb does have the. Okay. Well, if you want mine, you can. Just in case.
Is that one key to this plane?
Yeah, it can go back here to material.
Do
Okay.
you need to attune to it, or is that just
It's just an
you
item.
can just
Open the
Alright,
door.
Then I'll grab that and go and touch it and bulwark right as I touch it.
Okay, smart idea. Make a Constitution
Oh.
saving throw.
Wait, how
add a
is
plus
standing there?
6.
Add a +6. Great.
I want to make sure something before I do that because I know bulwark gives me. Where is
It
my
does give you
bulwark?
advantage on one kind of saving throw. I don't remember.
That's what I'm checking.
Yep.
Constitution and Wisdom.
Nice. There you go. So roll with advantage.
Hmm.
Perfect. And you'll take half damage regardless.
So first one,
20. Nice. 17.
17.
That's
Plus 6.
Don't forget,
So
you had
26.
6.
All right. So 26 will save. We'll still roll it. Might as well. It won't really matter. I just want to roll it.
Does your museum armor do anything for con saves?
That's a good question.
Says what?
Does your museum armor do anything for con saves, or is that only strength?
It's
thought it was just-
only spell effects. I never
Ah,
work in
understood.
Museum anymore.
Ah, okay.
So, okay. All right. So you'll take like 11 lightning damage as this goes off. As you retrieve it, you feel a sizable shock fill your body. and you kind of see Al's like skeleton a little bit as he does so. For just a few seconds here, he seems to really take it like a champ.
Does the skeleton look like, does he have scoliosis?
Yep. But for a moment, you almost see like there's another layer to his bones, though, that forms right at that critical moment where he grabs this thing, and after he clutches it, he has like gripped this. It's almost like it pulled him in to grip this light, and as he pulls his hand back, and reveals what is now in his hand, there's this very, very small shape. Yeah, it appears almost exactly like that device, but it's now much more miniaturized. It's about the size of a gold coin in his hand, and as it begins to sit there, it slowly begins to expand back to its regular size, almost like it is building itself out of sand. It reminds you very much of the sundered influence upon it, upon creatures before this, but it seems to be constructing itself out of something.
Burn it.
If we can get a fair bit of distance from it, Voop does have cosmic dust.
Bomb. Boom.
See what happens. I'm not sure what is this. Does it actually look like it's the sundered stuff, or
It looks
just
extremely
not
similar. It is the same purple, but it is not sundered material.
It's diet sundered.
is there any check I can do to figure out what it is?
Yeah, please do.
What check?
Let's see. This could be Arcana. This could be religion. I would let you do either one.
Nice.
Crit. All right.
Fuck.
I need to think about what you know here.
Everything. He pulls up Wikipedia somehow.
This
Before it
If it
is
makes you feel, if it helps you in any way, the only reason why I have proficiency in Arcana is because I basically have Whispers of the Dead.
Whispers of the Dead.
From my rogue class.
Yeah, okay.
It-
You hear a name as you ponder this. These memories of past knowledge influencing your understanding of this. You hear something about an astral traveler, a forgotten one. You see the visage, as you hold this in place, as you ponder what this could be, of an old cloaked individual standing before a great rift that is suddenly closed, that holds in their hand a palm, in their palm, an orb of similar power, of similar structure, one that houses the soul of King Sorrow. You see another orb in his possession, one that houses the soul of an avatar, of a fallen god. You see him gazing off towards a horizon line, away from a great city of the dead. And you kind of think about the power of the Sundered, and a realization kind of begins to dawn that this is an artifact of a fellow who has made their way here, of somebody who conjures and works with the void, but they themselves are not sundered. They are a manipulator of anti-creation, a possible brother to the gods themselves. A voyager from far off has brought this here. And they're somewhere out there.
I will relay what I heard
Sure.
or saw.
Yeah, this is an I hear dead people moment for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this like a phylactery then? Or
You would surmise, based on your nat 20, your 32 Arcana check, that this is his
Oh, wait.
device for getting around.
Wait, does he get a? Oh wait, it's not safe. I was gonna say, does he get a +6 from scribe?
Transportation.
Or at least one of his ways for getting around.
It's a fast travel point.
and we don't know who, or am I just blanking on my connections here?
No, it's someone from who follows Nemesis.
Right.
He does not follow
Or-
Nemesis.
No.
He works with Nemesis.
No.
No.
He
I
is,
haven't. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but
Whereas-
no fucking clue.
Whereas Asgarath would, work with creation magic, this guy would conjure things from the void, from oblivion, and make them into something he can use. Something that does not necessarily have to be a bad thing.
So this is a third party?
This is a third party.
Oh, okay.
So on equal footing of Nemesis and Asgarath.
Right.
Possibly. You don't really know that.
Okay. But that's what you mean by kin to them. It's like a third entity
Yes.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
They
Wait,
play with the
there's
same
more.
forces. Okay.
Okay.
Jeez, fuck.
Hmm. How
The-
much does she know about like anything going on?
She would know
Like,
nothing.
The fate given stuff. Okay.
Oh, she might know a little bit about that. The Eyes of Cathis and the Shadow Turn League are the two that would know about the fake event and what they actually do. So,
Okay. Does she even care? That, or, like, does she still looking around for something, or does she? that we
she'll
have
be
it.
like, well, fantastic. You've got it right there. Be very, very careful with it. I don't want you to have the same thing happen to you. And she kind of like begins to reach for it because she doesn't quite trust, these new friends of yours.
Fucking gets teleported again.
I'm not gonna let her grab it.
Yeah. She's
Just
like,
hold
"Oh,"
it up. But
as you begin to pull away, she's like, all right. Well, no, that's. You seem fine. It's probably for the best. I don't really want to have anything else to do with it.
No offense, but you've been corrupted by this stuff once. We have protection from this stuff.
Oh. Well, all right. I'll trust your judgment then. Well, personally for me, I'd just like to get my things then. That's been secured. It looks like they never actually got the Greater Vault here, which is all my things. And I was one of the highest members of this establishment, so I figure I grab my things and we say our goodbyes. Whoop, and do our best to move on from this place.
Yeah, I think going back to Halhazar, if you can, gonna be the best thing to do for your
Right.
future.
Well, speaking of that, would you mind if I worked as perhaps a professor's aide?
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I have some projects I want to talk to you about later.
Oh, good. I can't. I need something to maybe ease myself back into these things. You see, I don't really want to go out into the field for a while. You guys
I-
back up. Oh, go on. Yep.
I have an idea I want to try, but I don't know if this is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I might be able to get a little more information about this character that we're doing, by if he's still alive. But at the same time, they may know I'm doing it. scrying.
Oh, I see. You have seen them now. You know what they look like. So.
And I do have something of theirs, so it's a little easier.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, this is
yeah,
fucking.
decent
Oh,
odds.
what a segue into campaign 3. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's like, geez. There's more.
There
Wait,
always
what
is.
level spell is Cry?
Hmm?
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
Hmm.
Wait, no. I have 1 5th level spell.
There you go. There you
Like
go.
you have a spell slot for that, or like
Yeah, I have a spell slot for it because I took the option to increase my spellcasting level, basically.
Nice.
Ah.
Very good. All right. The rest of you board the ship while Voop and Anda kind of look over the ruin of this place and think about all the colleagues that they had lost. She's happy to hear that some of them did escape. Do you tell her what your other colleague told you in the very first session?
Oh yeah. I was
Where-
gonna bring that up. I was like,
A-
I want to tell her, hey, so this one person's like
Athedine
said not to truck.
Valdarin,
Yeah.
yes. One of the students that was maybe just a few, maybe half a rank above you, as far as the guild is concerned. Yeah. What do you tell her?
So in my notes, I really didn't put a lot down, but I vaguely remember she said like, don't trust anybody. I think that was kind of the basic message, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just say like, I'm not sure where she got that information from or what she was trying to tell me with that, but I haven't really seen her since. I've listened to her because I don't know who knows, or obviously you ended up in a very strange place, but I'm also curious now, how did she know something like that?
Or she's that third person who can deal with the void.
She looks very perturbed.
If she was, I don't think she'd be corrupted by it.
I think if she knows something like that, then we best be careful reporting this incident back to the headquarters.
Yes, I think our group, my friends here, we should take the artifact for now. It seems more in line with the fate given rather than what's going on with the Eyes of Cathis, but there is
Understood.
some sort of... Yeah, I think that'll be one of the first things we should look into is what she knows and investigate her a little bit more closely.
That'd be good. Well, all right. Let's be off. Why don't you let me know what you find if you ever do figure it out a little bit more. But keep it safe. I wouldn't trust a liar like her. But if she came out all that way to warn you, perhaps she was learning from her own mistakes and trying to make things a little bit more right. All right, let's go. You guys board the Feral Flyer and begin your way home. Before we get into our legacy point system, were there any purchases, things like this, that you guys wanted to do? Did you want to go get your boons of refrain for level 20? What's the next step here? What are you guys thinking?
Good question. I don't have any ideas on anything. I'm kind of just existing right now.
Okay. I know we've got a date with Scribe and other Scribe
Ayo.
pretty soon here. Some witch spells to cast, etc. let's just get it out of the way. Let's get our next boon. You come to rest for that evening after convening, and resting, and find yourselves once more, within the empty room, now complete with a sarcophagus, which is, of course, this red squiggle and these filled-in areas over here. You are free to place yourselves on the board and begin to make your choices.
We also get another.
Another resonance?
Resonance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't done that already, then yes. And
I
also,
fucking forgot about those. Holy shit.
if you have you got to level 20, so if you want to put a point anywhere, I know you guys mostly have your piety filled out, that kind of stuff. But level 20 would have given you one as well, so.
51 piety.
If you want to track piety past 50, go for it, but it's not going to do anything for you.
I was joking, but
It might just be a nice thing to do. It's up to you.
yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Why not? Whatever's good.
Where's the death room?
That is the silver one. This one over
Elden
here.
Ring?
Sure is. What are you thinking of looking at within the death room, Voop?
War
Can I just get the
crimes.
names of everything?
I sure can read that off to you quick. Hold on. D Slumbering Song. Alright. Boon descriptions. There we go. Alright. Sepulchre of Death. You see presented before you dark matter, devour, mangle, necrosis, prowess, revenant, ruination, sacrifice, and siphon. Sacrifice is, of course, that central obelisk.
Wait, was Harvest there, or was that a green room?
That's a green room one.
Okay, I forgot.
Dark matter, devour, mangle, necrosis, prowess,
Revenant, ruination.
revenant. Okay.
Yep.
Ruination. And then sacrifice and siphon.
Yep.
Alright. I mean, I have Dark Star. What does Dark Matter look like on the tombstone?
I believe, let's see, dark matter. From the void comes 1,000 buffeting winds, all escaping from the mind of but a single figure at the center of all things. So it's this basically, it's this mage standing out and seemingly creating a sweeping miasma of death across the cosmos.
I feel like out of these ones, that one is speaking to me.
I will get you the old version of
It's going
dark
to commit
matter.
mass
We'll
murder.
update it as we go. Probably won't need it today. Hold on. Oh, that's those guys. Faded Misfits, Feral 5. Let's see here. And this is Death Cosmic. So if you have anything that would bond with that, we can do that too.
I have Judgment, which is Order Death.
Okay, so that means that Judgment would change to something a bit more deathy.
Executioner.
Let's see. Who's whistling? What? I know. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I will get you if you want that. I'll send what that'll look like for the Judgment Boon.
Yeah, no rush.
Yeah. All right, let me add that to my list of things to do. All right. All right. You are offered Dark Matter 1. Oh, I didn't even ask. Yeah, so that's the one? Alright. Alright, and, that'll be updated so it does, passive and active and, some other fucking thing.
Mhm.
Alright. The rest of yous, what you thinking?
What would pair with glamour?
Most things would pair with glamour. I'm sorry, you're talking specifically boon-wise. Let's take a look. Glamour. Let's see. Anything from the life room would change it to one of the other forms.
Let's look at the life room real quick.
Voop's proficiency bonus also just went up by 1, so that's pretty fucking scary.
Oh,
What's your fucking spell save now?
4,000. I think
Yep.
there's just no
34,
spell save anymore.
35, something like that.
36. He just doesn't have a spell save. It just always hits.
I mean, yeah, short of divinity, honestly.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to read off the names of the ones in the life room?
Please.
Oh, okay. There's Charity, Clarity, Font, Glare, Grace, Origin, Purity, Talent, and Vex.
Okay. Got exactly what Vex did. Can you show me what Vex says or is?
I can tell you the description. A small devil nearly escapes the ire of a holy-looking individual, but at the flick of a finger, they destroy the creature in a separate frame and reclaim what it had stolen from them. So this little devil has stolen like a little holy symbol of this guy, and he has destroyed him from afar as he tried to get away from him.
The IRS when I don't pay my
Okay.
taxes.
Yes.
And question that I think you can answer: what if I just take Glamour 2? Can I just... is it 2d6 or...
Yeah, everything doubles. So, as a reaction, you can expend a hit dice to get a 2d6 bonus to your attack roll. Oh, that's Summer's glamour, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so what it is as a reaction, you can expend 2 hit dice to gain a 2d6 bonus to your armor class and saving throws until your next turn. So you have to take 2, but you get a 2d6 bonus, which is crazy high, right?
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. 12 AC
Actually,
at
a
the
plus
most,
12.
Yeah,
or plus 2 if you roll lowest.
but
It's
that's
2
still
minimum,
that's
but
still
even
good
then,
for the
that's
price
still...
of
That's still 2.
yeah.
That's still doubling your
That's-
min, yeah.
And then Grand Feast, you gain an additional hit dice, and then so you get another hit dice of health, and then you get a +2 to persuasion checks.
I think we'll just do Glamour 2.
Okay. Then go ahead and make those changes,
Cool.
or I can just do it for you. That's up to you.
Just doubling everything, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright.
Remember, it's
good
2
then.
hit dice to gain 2d6.
Is
Alright.
still the
Doubles.
choice of doing 1 hit dice for 1d6
Nope.
or no?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, we have 20, well I have 19 hit die.
I mean, you still have 20. I mean, you still have 10 turns worth of hit dice.
Yeah.
And if a fight has gone on for 10 turns, it's probably gone shit up.
If you had to use it
honestly.
each of those 10 turns as well, then
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably have boons rely a lot on spells, or not spell slots, but hit dice in the future. We'll see. I think that'll be something I
makes
should
Grand
them more
Feast also.
easier.
What's
Does
up?
Grand Feast also double? Or I get 2 additional hit dice now?
Yes. Well, no. So you
Okay.
just get another one, right? Because you've already gotten 1, so now you just
Yeah,
get
yeah,
another
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think I added that though. So
Okay.
Oh, you get more health.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes.
Um,
Who is next?
I guess I'll go if no one else wants to go next.
I'm looking for pictures of
Then
little weirdos for Eidolon. I need time.
8.
Oh, Eidolon? That's not Eidolon. Eidolon's over in the green
Oh,
room.
I see.
Oh, Eidolon's in green?
It is.
Yeah,
It
I
is
love
in
green.
green. Yeah. The
Yeah.
other one, Spirit, is in Soul. There's two of them.
You're at. Yeah.
So
Eidolon's
the tree one,
over.
correct?
Yep.
Eidolon's like this one, I think.
Which one is it? Let's see here.
I've hit the 200 health mark.
And welcome to the 200 HP club. It goes away in like 2 turns, honestly.
Well, not with glamour for me, so
No,
That's
Gore
true, that's
takes
true.
all damage in one hit.
It is this
I
one right
remember
over here.
the old days.
Eidolon. You see an apex predator. No, I'm sorry, that's Evolve. A collection of beasts and creatures from across the plains sit beneath a tree in harmony, seemingly expecting something. But you're getting an image of what you would like to conjure forward with Eidolon.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That's a good boon for you right now. That's a good boon for anybody trying to live past 70. All right.
Real life?
Let's both. Eric, what are you thinking?
First, I want to fiddle with this middle one. I just want to see if it does anything at all when I just try and poke at it, interact with it, see if I can get it to do
Bedlam.
something.
Right?
That is what that boon is. He has tried
I'm
to.
trying to,
He's done all
trying to
sorts of
reverse
fucking
it.
things to this room. I know.
Pipe bomb, not. Once
Uh,
it's done, it's
Okay.
bomb the fuck out of
What are you doing here?
it. Can I cast chain lightning on it?
You do
you
so.
don't get any boon in this room.
You do so. It absorbs it entirely.
Oh. Can I do it with a 7th level spell slot now?
Sure.
So it still absorbs that?
Yeah.
Does it like change or anything? It's just like, or is it
Nope.
just like fucking gone
It's
completely?
it's like almost gone. It's like as soon as you cast the spell, it is sucked up
It's
by
just like a
this thing.
sponge.
Yes.
It's not like glowing or anything. It's just fucking like forgotten pretty much.
If it could be any more dull, it is. It is like it is absolutely absorbing it, and it doesn't seem to be making any impact. There's not even like charring from this thing like striking it.
I'm waiting for this thing to like fucking reflect it back. 8th level spell, chain lightning.
Okay. You fire your 8th level spell, Chain Lightning. Again, it is sucked in. It doesn't even like, you know how like Chain Lightning like pops up and hops between people? It just is sucked up into it. It is
I mean,
just
it's only one
absorbed.
target, so.
I know, but it goes from one person to
yeah, I know.
another. Yeah.
Okay. 9th level spell slot.
Yeah?
Same thing.
I surprisingly have one of those.
Would you like to spend a 9th level spell slot to cast Chain Lightning?
Yes. Not gonna
It
do
is
anything else with
absorbed
it.
by the altar, by this, not this altar, but this dampener.
Circle.
Yep. And no lightning escapes.
That's cool.
Just gonna say it. Don't think lightning's the answer.
Probably not.
What? Lightning in the lightning
level.
room isn't the answer?
Wait, this is the lightning room? What?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, fuck. 10th level spell slot. I'm messing now. Can I try and harvest on it? Since like this thing's absorbing stuff.
You harvest it, and it absorbs your effect.
Damn, I can't absorb the absorption. Okay then.
While he's doing this, what room does Providence pair with?
Let me check.
Isn't that this one with the pyramid?
Oh, it's Providence, isn't it? Not Providence.
Or I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking of a different one.
I believe it's Life. Hold on.
I'm thinking something else.
This one?
It is, yeah, it's Cosmic Life. So it's the yellow room.
Eric, do you remember the CR for Eidolon?
It's
Uh,
one.
the highest is 1. Yeah,
One? Alright.
1 or less.
And then I think if you take it, if you took like Eidolon 2, then you get 2 CR2 creatures.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
could have
damn.
been a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even more of one.
wait, is there a max? Wait, I got a question. Is there a max to like these boons?
No.
Just don't die.
Yep.
Eidolon 11. You show fucking. I
11.
don't even know what the hell CR would be at that point. If it doubles.
Should always be playing Brood Hydras. Sorry.
CR is an Archmage. That might be up there.
Because we're doing PvP between Fate Given next campaign, I will probably
Wait, what?
I will be enforcing. Yeah, there's gonna be like 600 of them. I
Oh.
will be
That's
enforcing
true.
the
Oh,
rule
I thought
that
you meant like against actual players.
No.
Oh,
I will be
okay.
enforcing the rule that when you die, you do lose a boon, a random one. Next campaign.
When you kill them, do you get the boon?
You get one of their boons, yeah. That's one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what if you get a boon that's like probably not the best or like detriment? I don't know. I feel like.
Make it
Revenant,
work,
wouldn't that-
5-Ed.
Yeah.
I mean, no shit, Sherlock, but like, I don't
Just
know.
die
I guess
again.
None
Just
of them have
hope you
negative
roll good.
effects, really, do they?
Stop scratching me.
Yeah, you just don't use them if you don't want the benefits of them.
True, yeah. I was just like, wait, do any? Then I realized they don't really have negative effects.
Yeah.
I was trying to think like Harvest, but then no, that's option or not Harvest.
Soul
the
burn
fucking
would not be
Revenant.
great, because then you're stuck with it.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what cooked well done.
Yes. What do you think of now?
I was gonna wait until he did. I just wanted to know which one was.
Oh, I can wait. I'm going to be thinking more. You can go ahead.
What are the names of the ones in here?
Yeah, no problem. We have Charity, Clarity, Font, Glare, Grace, Origin, Purity, Talent, and Vex.
What are Charity, Grace, and Glare?
Charity is a figure receives water from the heavens as they pour their own cups down to those without. What was the other one?
Grace and Glare.
Grace and Glare. Yes, a figure pours waters from a holy basin over the body of a creature, bringing them back from a near-death state. Glare is a figure clad in armor stands before a great sun. A figure gleaming, a single gleaming eye escaping from the helm, blinding those before him. What was the other one?
That was it.
Okay.
And Grace was the one that was like bringing people back.
Yeah.
Could I do that one?
Sure. Let's take a look. Again, that's probably going to be one of the older. That is one of the OG boons, so I don't think I've gotten it just yet. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Alright.
L. And then I suppose that means that your other one will change.
But it's, yeah.
To It'll be an order themed one.
It's still heal, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's not gonna change too much.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'll get you. All right. There's Grace 1. I have it at the bottom.
Hey Fib, could I silvery barbs the thing in the middle?
No, it's not a creature. You probably couldn't have used most of the spells on it technically. It's not a creature.
Could just whack it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Can I turn it into a
I think about
creature?
No.
Can I cast I want to cast Sacred Flame on it.
It's not a creature, so it has no effect.
Oh fuck. Okay, I can't read. I just thought holy damage. Ray of Frost.
Dude, just punch it, please.
It absorbs it.
I'm saving that for last.
Do you have like a hammer or something?
I have melee weapons. I'm pretty sure I got a mace in my inventory. I'm saving that for last.
Alright.
Throw all
Why?
this magic at it until one of them does something different.
Hey guys, I'll give you a hint. It's not gonna do anything different.
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't think magic's gonna do anything to it.
You count a bomb as magic.
No, I don't.
Perfect. No.
Sweet.
How about a Mizium mortar? You
That is
shot at
magic.
it.
That is magic.
Fuck.
That's a magic mortar.
Yeah.
Take the Mizium out of it.
So, quick question with Grace. Does that basically count as a greater restoration as well?
Yes. Yeah. Basically. Is cured of any conditions. Yeah.
I just read Dark Matter. I didn't even realize.
I don't
that's
like
what
that
it
laugh.
was.
That's scary.
I don't remember what dark matter does actually. Hold on.
It's a proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Each of these targets take 2d6 force damage. Oh, that's such a good boon for you too. Holy moly, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
That's
it
crazy.
do?
ironically combo. So it's just like an AOE damage, and then they get minus to their next save by my proficiency bonus. So
Oh,
it's like
dear
a minus,
lord.
minus
Oh,
9 or
okay,
something.
minus
Fuck.
8 then. Alright.
Wait, so you just got AoE fucking
It's not a
genius
lot of
pretty much-
damage. It's but it's
AoE
mainly
genius
the
plus stat.
It
Let's
just
see.
Like
guarantees that even like probably most gods couldn't even save against your spell DC.
Yeah.
Nothing is saving you from him.
Yeah.
Only death.
That was a good boon for you to pick up. Holy moly. All right. Eric, what you doing?
Lib,
Yeah.
I'd like to take a frying pan,
Oh, yeah.
And-
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
and I like to use catapult to.
Oh,
Like,
you're so
shoot
close.
against-
You're so close.
So close.
Damn.
You know what?
I
No,
wanted the momentum.
this will be funny though.
We have technology.
You'll catapult it towards it. The spell will absorb the momentum of it, and it will just fall onto the thing, almost like it has just hit a sponge.
Oh my. Alright. Because I know the obvious thing. However. Can can I smite with the frying pan?
Yes. Please do. Go for it. Because you know
Is
what
that
he has.
that, or I say... Is that that, or I say I elbow drop the fucking circle?
Go for it, man.
Alright, no, I like to just fucking smack with the frying pan.
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
And smite. I don't have that as like an actual like rolling thing.
Make an
You
unarmed
actually
strike
want,
it with advantage because it's a stationary object.
Okay, well my unarmed strikes are better than that, so can I just punch it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna punch it, yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember where the hell. I thought I made an attack for unarmed strike, so I'm guessing I didn't. Oh no, I did. It's probably not up to date though.
That's fine. All right. You will, with your frying pan, right? We can flavor that it's with the frying pan, right? You strike into it. The smite is absorbed. Okay, so that doesn't matter. But what does matter is you hit it with a frying pan. You watch as you put a sizable dent into this thing, and now, kind of fizzling out from the crack that you've made in this thing, you see all of the energy that you have, been putting into this thing.
Nice. I want to keep hitting it.
Okay, you keep hitting it, and eventually, I now need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you get hit by all of the spells that you've cast into this thing.
I'm immune to lightning damage, by the way.
Perfect. Thank God.
That's why I kept doing lightning
How many-
specifically.
How much damage would
Okay.
you have taken? I'm
I
curious.
put a level 6,
Yeah,
a level
that's an-
7, a level 8, and a level 9 spell slot chain lightning into it.
Yeah. How many
I would've-
E's is that?
Many.
Well, let me actually see about the math.
Chain lightning. 10d6
what's-
for every single one.
Oh,
Oh, it's always
higher
10d6
level-
though. I see.
Yeah, the higher level just increases the amount of targets I can hit.
Oh, it's d8s
Oh.
by the way, not d6s.
Right,
So 40 d8, but you just take nothing. You are offered during this moment of absolute sheer electric terror.
There. Had to do the rolls.
Let's see
I think
here.
that was. Oh wait, that was 40. Oh, there's all the damage.
The limiter boon.
I would have survived that if I used my reaction. Oh wait, that's not temp HP. Fuck, never mind. I silver.
How much HP you got? I'm curious.
161 because remember sorcerer dies.
Ah, that's true. That's true. We are fairly squishy.
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
Would you like the
I-
limiter boon?
Did I say yes to it right now?
No, but
Or
you're
can I
being
go
offered.
mess with something? Okay. Can I go
you
mess with
can-
another? thing?
You have 10 minutes before I say that Eric does not get a boon, because we got a whole bunch of stuff to get through.
I want to slip my
found
hand
the
and pour the
carrot.
blood into the fountain.
Do you?
Yes.
Alright, you
wanna
no
see what
longer
happens.
can ever take the font boon. You are now offered instead.
Fucking do it. Let's go.
Let's see.
I'm just curious what each of the opposites, like how to get them. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Times
Just
New Roman boon.
Oh my god. Comic Sans. It destroys the fake game in the speedrun. Eric gets rid of all the boons.
Oh, of
I
course.
mean,
it's
I've
called
already
that.
got rid of 1, 2.
It's called
there's
drought.
3. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take limiter.
Okay. The gist of limiter is that you can now absorb spells.
Yes. Hell yeah.
You basically, as a reaction, whenever somebody casts a spell on you, you can now cast it back at them using your own spell save DC and whatever you like.
Oh god,
Nice.
that's
But at a level higher
anti
than they cast it.
A level higher than what they
Oh.
casted.
Yes.
that's the anti-whoops boon. Yeah.
Actually, is that anti-voop or does he have a way to counter that?
You can.
Because
They
it's
can just
not a spell.
counterspell or something. It is a spell. It
Oh.
is a spell when
It
you're
is.
doing it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Either way, you take no damage, right? But then it also
Wait, how
gives
does he
you the option
counterspell me counterspelling his spell, or kind of counterspelling
because
it?
he can still use his reaction on his turn to counterspell, like
Oh,
hypothetically.
his reaction. Good point. I didn't think it was. I don't know. Why the hell did I not think it was? My brain just be like that. I don't know. I took 2 hours to fucking replace a car battery. That's my excuse.
So Fib, I have a question with resonance.
Yeah.
Can I give myself a second reaction?
I don't think so.
Aw.
You can have
Oh,
as
with
many
resonance? No,
reactions
we've
as
already
you
been
want.
over this. No. Yeah. that's not-
Probably have, yeah. Okay.
You have, trust me.
Give
I
yourself
spent
bullshit.
like a fucking good minute looking on through the bestiary, finding if there was a way through soul gems. There are, by the way.
I'm sure there
Can
are.
I get an extra bonus action?
Not even that. There's how many reactions
No,
you
I meant
want.
like with
As many
resonance.
creatures on the field.
Not with resonance.
Wait,
No.
what?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about being able to hold a second spell of
Wait,
concentration?
hold on.
Or is that too powerful?
Second what?
Wait,
Having two spells held up with concentration instead of only having one at a time.
No, but there's magic items that do that for you. So
Is there?
Yep.
That's
can
cool.
you run that past me one last time, Scribe?
There are creatures that have the reactionary ability, or or monster trait, which means they get as many reactions as there are monsters on the field.
What the
And
fuck?
considering how many creatures we fight on the regular,
yeah.
you want 40 reactions?
Where?
As fireball as a reaction?
What
It's
monster?
CR 17 creatures.
Okay.
You're
I
looking
want-
to fight through the legions of hell because you're looking to fight a monolith.
Okay. I want 11d6. No. Yeah. No, it'd be 22d6. My bad. 22d6 additional AC and
For
or
one turn?
yeah. Saving throw.
What the hell is
DC.
hitting you?
Oh,
Goddamn.
luck. Yeah, I see. Okay. I see.
But that is still, you're trying to fight through the legions of hell for a general, basically. So,
For a Marilith,
that's
yeah.
That sounds
Eh.
fun.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Yay for
It's a-
Doomslayer.
it's the Doomslayer mode, basically.
Yeah.
Doomslayer's like average Tuesday in it.
I'll just roll up with
No
my
fucking way.
guys and do it. Yeah.
Your guys, yeah. I got an idea.
All right.
That's-
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
what I spend one of
I
my.
got an idea. You
Has
bribe
everybody
them.
gotten their
Yes,
boons,
son.
or are we still waiting for somebody?
I basically picked mine. It's the Eidolon one. It's I picked it. It's the Strixhaven campus guide, but not tied to Strixhaven. I'm building a place, so I need
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
a person to tell me where stuff is
Cool.
eventually.
Yeah, sure. I got you. Yeah, flavor the humanoids that you get from that feature, however you want. That's fine. All right. Yeah, what's up?
How much would it I'm at Voop, I messaged in the chat, would you be willing to help me with that with your guild?
Yeah, I'm just reading the spell right now. I mean, yeah.
And how much would it cost platinum wise to or gold wise to alter a first level's duration to permanent?
For altering a spell?
Yeah.
I don't know. What spell is it? I guess.
Illusory script. I'm just wanting to make like a
Oh, I see. Okay.
How long do you want it to last? That's the real question, I guess.
permanent.
Forever.
Oh.
I would say that you could make permanent illusory script for 10 times the value, or for 10 times the cost of whatever it would do to cast it. So I think it's like, yeah, you'd need 100 gold pieces of that lead-based ink.
So 10 times it, so 1,000?
No, so 100, and that would be fine.
So 10,000.
No.
But it'd be
You need, for the component part, you need 100 gold.
It's 10.
Lead
It's
ink.
10 gold. It's 10 gold in lead ink.
okay.
So all I would charge
Thank
you is
you.
100 gold. Yeah.
To write the spell? Or
To make an illusory script that's permanent using
okay.
the spell. Yeah.
Okay.
To make a hologram.
Then could I get pay for a spell scroll for that? So I
Sure.
can equip it to all my items.
Roll a d6. Oh my god.
Hey.
Cheapest fucking spell scroll of the whole campaign. 5 gold, please.
Okay.
You find
Do you take platinum?
I sure do. Take what, half of a platinum? Yeah.
God.
You buy it from some hobo who doesn't even realize what they've got in their hand. Just think it's a napkin. All right. Back to Aelinor. Did everybody get their boons or no? I don't remember.
Can you
Yes.
give me Eidolon?
I did, I
For,
thought.
like, did it? Sorry, I haven't checked my character sheet.
I think I put it
Yes,
in the
you
bottom.
did. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep,
No,
it's
all
in
good.
there.
Gord, did you get yours?
Glamour 2, yeah.
Okay. Al, you got yours, right?
I got race. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
race
one you
and
asked for,
then
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Eric got
Limiter.
limiter. Yep. Nice. Okay.
I thought that would be what the base
Who
thing
got dark
would have
matter?
been.
Kind of.
Reverse.
Kind of.
I don't know, because the base one, it absorbs it. Or, well, I'm reflecting it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
My brain's just...
Fib,
You're reflecting it and empowering it. Yeah, what's up?
Oh,
Can I-
Yeah, true.
can I use my resonance to give me 2 of my martial arts die per hit?
What dice are you at right now?
D12.
Oh man. Let's think here. Let's think here.
You gave me that option much earlier in the
Yeah,
game.
I know I did. I know I did. Yeah. Go for it. I don't care. I know.
Did I use resonance to cast an extra spell per action during my action, or?
No, unfortunately, no.
Alright, I just want to make sure.
Okay.
You know how? Wait, hang on.
I think we're done then. You guys wake up the next day.
Okay, go.
Alright.
Can I also, do people mind if I attune to the luck blade over the night?
Okay.
Head.
Lovely.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right.
Do it.
So the 20th. Let's see here. We now begin our grand closure. Yeah, any resource purchases that you guys want to do before we get into points, anything like that you guys want to accomplish. Using the resources you have at your disposal before we start spending legacy points.
Oh fuck.
Could I burn all of my gold and platinum pieces to start up the process for that? Like the giant ship?
For the giant ship, absolutely. Yeah.
Lovely. That is 130-ish 130-ish pieces, like material points, I think, and
Yeah.
or other development points spread throughout it.
All right. Why don't you break it down for us in story on how you're acquiring or what you're acquiring to make this project happen with the gold that you're spending here?
The gold is honestly more so a case of I'm getting the cooperation of other Fate Given who have the asteroid group, the asteroid chucker ships,
Sure.
basically,
Okay.
to get them to work together for
Gotcha.
basically making one giant one. And then later on hiring geomancers to start hollowing out the pole ship or the whole asteroid to actually
Is it
build
possible
into
to
it
play
later.
as a Geomancer in D&D?
Not really.
Kind of. There is earth magic, so
Stuff.
There is,
there's
but
like
it's not
Molder
like
Earth.
a dedicated thing.
old as stone.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely
Right.
true. That's definitely true.
Dang.
You begin. There's investiture stone too. You begin to. You undertake this over the course of probably weeks. The magic. Hollowing out the stone, gathering it all up from the asteroids as they fly it back and forth. Where are you assembling this device? This future craft of stone.
Ohio.
My God.
What would be the equivalent of Ohio on the world map, Fib?
Arcag.
Yeah.
But it's
True,
underwater
yeah.
now.
I thought it just got deleted pretty much.
I guess I would hold off until no. I would have the people while we're still dealing with the planet side stuff to start chucking asteroids together to build the material first, like make the clay chunk to
Okay.
start carving
Yeah,
into
sure.
later.
really good
Gotcha.
effects
Okay, so
for
so they
During
good tactic.
so they're out there. They're gathering up all these rocks. You've got like 10 different ships working for you at least. You guys also have your own spelljammers, and some of them would be capable of doing that kind of work too. The bomber ones. So making use of those, you collect up this this big fucking mound ball, and you have some complications here and there, as things shatter and crush into one another. But you guys do a good job of assembling this giant mound of stone. It is massive, and as the eventually the geomancers come to hollow it out, they can make it basically effectively even larger. Once they've moved the stone from one place to another, so you end up with this massive hall of a hollowed rock. How big are we thinking here? Let's see. It was like 100 and something thousand platinum.
It's not like 100,000 platinum. I'm working with
Okay.
basically 9,000 platinum to
I see.
build this thing,
Yeah.
and then whatever materials what other gold I can get my hands on later down the line.
Yeah.
The timeline.
Yeah. I'm imagining that. Yeah, we can say that effectively you have made something that will house what you're looking to do. All right. Is there anything else you want to be of note at this point, or you would like to try to accomplish, without using the gold or anything? Or no, I'm sorry, with using resources that you have available to yourself readily before we go into that. I would say that it has like an entrance and stuff like that, if that's of concern. And they will begin developing the inside of it, or whatever you want it to be.
Also, I cast Wish. I stab myself using the luck blade. Get the fuck out. Stop freeloading, asshole.
Okay. You split your forms in two.
Bed Bath and Be Gone.
This is a permanent separation, or what exactly are you wishing for here?
Permanent separation. I have no care for what you do. You have whatever resources you can gather, and minimal aid from me, but beyond basic materials, as in like regular items a person can basically grab, you are on your own. Still, they're like a level 20 barbarian, so it'll be fine.
You lose the Revenant boon, but you gain a completely new character, and you can customize their stats however you'd like. And yeah, they're a level 20 class of whatever you'd like. So
Be free.
you've got two dudes. This other new dude, by the way, is not a fate given.
This is basic.
Just a guy.
Just a guy that has even more HP than I do, and
Just a guy
resistance to.
Who I will note is still blessed by Aelinor, and if that ever is a important thing. Go on. What were you saying about him?
No,
He's got resistances.
Yeah.
got
Fuck. I made a list of all the resistances he's got. 9 out of all the damage types, basically.
Good lord.
How'd that happen?
A lot of fuckery on my end, but
Fido.
I mean, blessed by Aelinor, wish spell, magic, and magic items that I've stolen from him for the time being, but giving him back that because he bought it. But, yeah, basically.
All right. Well.
What about?
Anyone else? Any wishes?
Right. I don't have a wish, but I mean, I got like 2,000. I have 2,000 platinum and 4.3k GP.
Okay.
I want to like invest in making like, see if they can like get artificial floating islands or artificial floating cities. You know what I'm trying to say?
Sure, you can invest towards that.
Just all my money except like
just shove it all into making a propulsion system.
just
all right, where are you investing this at? Mr. Eric?
Good question.
Are you making your own city, or are you like picking one at random?
I was just saying get land fucking just land put in sky
Just land
or
put in the
just
sky?
like
Okay.
either land put in sky or buildings put in sky. Just you know.
They will begin figuring that out. They have interest of it. You know, it already is a thing in Eridu where a lot of the cliff sides, especially around Everroost, just lift off the closer you get to the plane of air. Um, and they will begin to try to do that. It is not something that is, you know, not of interest to them. They have been trying to do something like that, and they just haven't necessarily had most of the funds that they've needed. So now this will get them even closer.
2,000 platinum and 4,000 gold.
Yeah, sure. Any other wishes? Anything else like that?
Just some things I'd like to buy.
Okay. Oh, I see. Level 2 magic spell. Okay. Magic pen. Yeah, you can. Well, a normal, yeah, like a normal pen would be able to hold a level 1 or level 2 spell scroll. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, and a book's worth of elemental resistant hide. Oh, I see a book's worth. Okay. Let's chalk it up to a K and call it a day.
8K in gold or platinum?
1K in gold.
Okay,
And that's mostly for the hide.
that's fair.
How much silver converts to 1 gold piece?
10.
10.
10. So 8,000 would go to 800.
Yep.
Yeah, let's say I also get an 8,000 silver.
Okay. All right.
I just had it there and
All right, guys. Um, if we have no other wishes or anything like that to expend. Oh, Scribe, why don't you give me your roll quick to see if you can cast Wish again after that.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's a D100, and then am I looking for above 33 or below?
Below
like-
33.
Okay, so
Is bad.
below 33.
Is
Below
bad.
33 is bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
say you're one
Nice.
above.
All right. So you're all good.
All right. So I can cast Wish.
Yay.
And I burned my ability to. I'm basically fucked for 7 days.
Oh
Woo!
my lord. All right. Let me put that on the calendar.
Damn.
Here. All right, for a whole week.
I'm
What about
gonna
the
do
dude?
nothing, basically. Also, I had the basics of what Gale was gonna be like already planned, and he was also a smith alongside Shimbos.
Nice. There you go. Look at that. Holy shit. All right. I am going to award, because you have cast this wish, another legacy point to Scribe and Gale. Separation. All right. So you have 3 now. Because there are 2 of you, seems like it makes sense.
1 point for the extra body, basically.
Yep. All right. Well, now comes the time where we're gonna, do our D100 roll off to see when in the next 220 years before the start of our next campaign, we're gonna see if you guys make it or not, all the way there.
What has to be? Oh, you said it was like what did you say it
D100.
was to like live?
You need to roll above a 22.
Okay.
Well, 18 for 2 of us, considering.
If you have
either
any
one.
modifiers, then keep those in mind.
17 for me, right?
17 for you, 16 for Voop,
Okay.
and
I
18
still need
for
a
Eric.
22.
And Scribe, now
Al?
you have Eidolon, so you can add a 4 to yours as well.
What's that guy? Oh,
And you can roll for both your guys if you want to, Scribe.
So is this because mine hasn't matured yet? Like once it matures,
Let's go.
Yeah, we're doing decades here, so you're gonna be fine anyway. You just keep count it as normal. So
okay.
Also,
Yeah.
it's fair to assume that if one lives, the other will live because
Whoa.
Yeah, Whoop,
you don't
Whoop
get to
is
fucking sleep.
alive.
Have fun teaching.
Have fun for the day.
Have fun for the next 1,000 years. Woo!
Yeah, next one, yeah.
Oop is
you might
old,
as well kill yourself. I mean,
Oh.
what?
old ass bird. Very good.
Can he fly by the time he dies?
Right.
Oop finishes his Yoda arc at the young age of 9-10, disappears, becomes one
Yeah.
with the weave. Yeah.
I'm literally 10 years old right now.
That's fucking wild. Oh,
What?
unlimited
unlimited cosmic power in the hands of a fucking 10-year-old.
of a 10-year-old. Slippy is 3. All right. Well,
Wow.
he was. Now he's 23, I suppose. I forgot. Yeah,
Wait.
well, Avon age really quick, until they're like 3 years old,
Oh.
and then they're adults. So,
Mm.
Oh, didn't know that.
or is it 5? It's
Right.
close to that. Yeah.
None of us die, let's go!
Woo.
That's Pog. All right.
Someone grabs a gun. Let's change that.
So everybody will be alive next campaign. Sick. You guys will see the, rising waters and all that kind of stuff, and live through it to tell the tale. In
How
these
much of those
220
beachfront
years, after this month is over, you will not have had the opportunity to return to the old worlds unless you specifically asked for an opportunity to make that campaign happen. The next few days, on the 35th of Vanath, the
Oh,
world's...
I had a idea once you're done, if I
Okay.
can mention it.
Yep.
For a wish.
On the 35th of Vanath, the worlds close back up, and Aelinor, the new overgod. Thank you. Aelinor, the new overgod, seals off the old worlds from the new, and takes with them what earnings you guys have land-wise. The old planes and the new planes split back into 2 separate world wheels once more, with considerable gainings on the side of the on the non-sundered on you survivors. The campaign is proclaimed a success, as no other great strikes have happened to any of the gods on any of the planes. It was a sweeping success across the board for the most part. Other than the one scare that was readily rectified by the Shadowturn League and the Fated Misfits, resulting in the death of the very creature that once slew Asgarath in his previous life. No other conflicts have. And the death of the Warden Soul. That did happen, but no other gods fall during this next month of battle.
You said the world's separate and stuff. Could you maybe explain that? Like,
So-
I didn't really understand.
Every once in a while, what happens is the old worlds and the new worlds converge, allowing both sides to do battle. So the sundered worlds and Aelinor, right?
Oh, okay.
So
I was confused. I
At-
didn't realize that's what you meant by the old worlds.
yeah, Asgarath wanted this assault to be a bi-monthly thing, and by monthly I don't mean twice a month. I mean every 2 months.
Mhm.
Aelinor does not care to do that. He would rather maintain his control over what he has until you are ready.
That's smart.
Yes. 220
Would
years.
he be
Go ahead.
Would he be interested in basically using the Gilded Towers on the Hadean ship, basically to just very quickly strike down a planet and then steal it for us, basically?
That is
As
a
a plan?
great tactical plan. Aelinor, the
On
new
the
Aelinor,
which-
would be all over that shit. That is a great
on
plan.
the what ships?
If you want to spend points doing that kind of strike, that would be fine.
What ship
because
did you mention?
that would be something that's very effective.
The Haitian, I asked Fib if it would be fine to have a gilded tower on it, but it's like, when it's traveling, it can't be used for a day. So basically, get near a planet, wait out the time to actually activate it, and then basically go on a murderous spree on the planet for the world titans or any local deities so we can steal the planet and get the fuck out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so
I think with like a strike team, cutting off the head with that kind of ship, that would be a very good combination of things.
I have a question relating to wishes.
Okay.
Would it be possible just for wish for just like the nemesis and all of a sudden just be like gone and
No,
purified?
you
wish
instantly
stuff?
die
Okay.
if you wish for that. Your
People
soul is
have
turned
tried.
to
They've
atoms.
exploded.
Yes.
Does it work though?
No.
Okay. I
It-
definitely wouldn't
I mean,
work.
Sunder's still around.
Your attempt of a wish basically suplexes you and kills you. Like it doesn't let you do it.
There's another one. I can't remember.
Nemesis has some
I
sort of
use-
control over wishes because of how far she spans, domain
I was gonna
wise.
say, yeah, can I just wish for nemesis to just die? At the cost of my own life.
Fortunately, no.
It's worth asking.
All right, other fellows.
What's that?
I don't know. I was talking about something. 220 years passed. Now is the time to figure out what happens within those 220 years. Do you guys want to roll off, or do you want it to just go down the list and, get it all done, or how do you want to do this?
What do you mean by roll off? Like actually roll dice or just?
Yeah, just roll a d20 and see who, how we do in, initiative-wise.
Let's go ahead and do initiative, just because there's going to be some stuff that's...
I appreciate that. Yep, sounds good. Then just drag your guys onto the map and we'll roll it and see where we're going.
To the Arctic with you, Fireboy.
Oh.
No, global warming.
I'd like to use my... God, imagine. I would like to use my my legacy point to melt the Arctic. Thank you.
Okay.
I like to evaporate the ocean.
Yep. The other thing that we'll also do at some point is once Artis is taken, the present parties of that battle will get to terraform it with me, and we'll basically decide on how that map ends up looking. So, same thing with the other worlds as well. If we end up getting a sun here, all right. Al.
I just realized Scribe doesn't have. I just remembered he doesn't have negative anymore for initiative.
Al's gonna
I
live for
still
a
roll
nice
like shit on
long
that.
time. That 5, the 58 is not necessarily the result of the roll, of your lifespan here, but you're gonna make it for the next 220 years. Do we want to do it one at a time, or do we want to do all at a time?
One at a time, so it's a little spread out.
Yeah, I think that works. Al, what's the first thing you want to do in building your legacy over these next 220 years?
I want to do something that will help future, like, fate given
Okay.
by searching out the sigils and using the book that I got with Gentle Repose and everything to make it last forever, basically.
So like a map of all of them?
Yeah, basically, with illusionary script, it basically what I'm limiting it is to only people who can read it are people who can use that sigil and
Oh.
who are a fate given of Aelinor.
I left it all in one place.
That is such a cool thing, Al, because you gave me like mechanics to work with too. Of the locations of sigils across Aelinor.
Yeah.
I would say that using your point here. Hold on, I'm gonna make it a out of so I can keep track of where we're at. 1 out of 3. All right. You got 2 more points after that. You will also be able to locate a number of these other places using the connections. Your group does eventually find the creation sigil within the grove. Let me see. So that one will be present within your map. A number of other ones will be as well in the more accessible parts of the world. Eventually, you guys even find the Aether one down below, deep underneath. As you stretch off, in these expeditions that span decades, you find Aether, you find air in Eridu, you find ash on the Burning Isles. Let's see.
Do we ever get the lightning room?
I will
I'm
say,
not sure we get the lightning one.
I will say that you guys send out a ship to go see where it might be in Barkhag, and are able to find it. Yeah, like
In a
deep
race.
deep
Okay.
underground, underwater.
I was gonna say white whale. We're just never
Yeah.
gonna find.
Nah, I'm not gonna be that shitty. Let's see. You find
I find that
What's-
hilarious.
yeah, that is
Wait,
pretty
I
good too.
want to
May
join
I
this
ask what the Aether
expedition,
one
and
takes?
think
That was.
Eric, did you want to join the expedition as well for these?
Yes
Just
and
to see
no.
To see if like extra hands would help us with like finding more.
I'd be up for it, but you don't want to like fully commit. You know what I mean? Like yes, but no.
He's there
If
for a
not,
few
it's
of them, but
fine.
not others.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
I'd spend
Hit-
one of my legacy points on helping out with that one because that's what
Yeah,
scales
pretty much you
basically
hit
up
him
to for
up
those
and-
200 years.
You'll hit him up, and if there's something just like, he'll probably help, but he may just say no.
You're good.
Understood.
I was just curious because I know I talked to Scribe about joining on these.
In the Dawn,
Ain't no more killing dogs.
you find the Cosmos creation sigil.
Where's the Ohio rune? The Ohio sigil.
You find the Dust one in Galcota, which is I'm sorry, not well, it's specific. I'm sorry,
Galcota?
Adoba, not Galcota.
Oh.
Near
I thought
Boop's
Dakota,
homeland.
the god?
Well, yes, actually, it is named after it.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay. I
The
just saw
body
name.
one is the one that you discover, or not body. What is it called? Earth. Sorry.
The rock.
Dwayne.
Spellcraft.
In the grove. Let's see. You find. Let's see. A couple other ones here. I will say that you find Law over in the Teeth.
Hmm.
And you will find Peace in. Let's see. Hold on. Far Garden.
Where's that on the map?
It's eastern side of the map.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And you will find. Let's see. Water. Near the elven capital of Fathom.
No fucking
below
way.
the deep below the ocean. You use the Frail
Some
Flyer
nautical
to
moment.
find him. Yep, 100%.
Yep. Got it.
All right, and those are the ones that you find over your decades of exploration.
Are we allowed to know what stats the Aether one takes?
Aether would have been. God, what is it? Strength and intelligence or something? I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that what Frost was? Or Ice? Or no, that was Strength and Dex. Or...
Ice, I think, was strength and intelligence.
Are you sure? Yeah. Wait a minute.
It was. Yeah, it was. Ice was strength and intelligence.
Two of them with the same requirements. Interesting.
Well, there are how many? Like 30?
There are more than like 5, so
Yeah, there are bound to be repeat combinations of stats.
Yeah.
damn. So I can get it all.
Question.
Yep.
How many can I use if I have strength, dex, and wisdom all beyond the
Most.
requirement?
The answer is most, but again, you're not finding these where mechanically it would matter. but you will be roided as shit later next campaign.
Question: Does
Mm,
Greg live as long, or does Greg die of age at some point?
Greg is not from Aelinor and does grow old and die.
Fuck. When did I get Greg? Oh right, he's not from an artist. I forgot.
Clone Greg.
No,
we could.
no. What is with you people and cloning everything? Fucking hell.
They don't
It's
want to
just
die.
objectively the
Clone,
best way to survive.
clone Cloudshot, clone Greg, bro. They're dead. Move on.
It's
It's
how
not
to make
healthy.
things not dead.
It's not healthy. Fucking hell.
It's not healthy.
I would say
Things
that I
die,
think
move
I
on.
think based on everybody's role, you don't even have to use your what's it called?
Can Greg become my
just in
Eidolon?
cases, you know? You're just fine. Yeah, I think eventually you can manifest him as an Eidolon instead of your other guy. I don't mind that. Just you have a crab now.
Hell yeah.
I'll make it your like Dark Souls like boss guy for you know if you show up in the next one. It'll be
His
like
mount.
his mount, his like his neath,
That's
you know what I
weird.
mean, or whatever it's called. All right.
What?
Is that satisfactory, Al? Making this map.
Great.
Where is it located, by the way? I should ask that question too.
The
IKEA.
book I would be leaving in probably the possession of the biggest group of Fate Given. So probably here in Malazar.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
All right.
Or just like-
Kept by the greatest population of Fate Given, currently Helhazar. I have to see if they
I feel like
remain
something's gonna
there.
I feel like something's gonna go wrong with that. Someone's gonna get fucking
I got it,
corrupt
I
with
got it.
power.
You got it?
Probably.
I got Helazar.
All right,
Oh?
I believe. All right. Well, up next
I'm
is
worried.
Gorb. Gorb, you have a couple points here.
Right. How many total?
You have 2 points.
Yippee!
Okay. Well. Hmm. Obviously, my navy. How large can I make my navy? Can I just spend one for one ship, or can I spend one for just the whole thing? Really?
What
Or
do
two,
you?
I guess.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you could spend one for one
My-
for a great ship. Is that what you're asking?
Well, just like, would you restrict it to one per great ship, or can I just use one or both for like the whole like schmuck? I control the waters, like Britain back when
No,
they were.
well, okay.
Okay.
You could you could say that for one, I give you a whole bunch of little ships and you become a massive naval force. My question then would be, which ocean do you kind of want to just have? But then the other one would be like, yeah, you get a great ship for the price of one, because a great ship is like a whole campaign like setting.
Yeah.
That's true. That'd be cool. The Gorb Trading Company, and it's just like the whole Siloan or something. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh no. The Screaming Trading Company.
Stinky Monkey Trading Company.
Wait,
You
is
have
Helhazar
two great ships, and
like
yet
in
you
the
can't take a
Salohan Ocean
shower.
or the Keldum Sea?
Sorry, the Keldum Sea, I need to move a little bit. That begins right here. All this is the Siloan.
Gotcha.
Until you get to the Talcath, which begins right around here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Actually, I think the Talcath begins like more like that.
You have two fucking great ships to your name, and you can't take a fucking shower.
Well, is that what you want? Is that what you want to do? Do you want to get a great ship for one of them? And
I mean, I already have a great ship
you do.
being built.
But you could have another one. It could have a friend.
Huh.
Why have one when we can have another?
Let me think. Just having two, it's just kind of like, don't go near them or else you're all dead pretty much, if you're aggressive, if not, whatever. having a lot, it can cover a lot of ground, and you do mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, you know. So
Also, it's just like land but boat, right?
yeah,
Great ships house thousands of creatures. They're basically just cities, so.
I mean,
yeah.
yes, scribe. Land but boat. I'm not
What are we
wrong.
talking with the like huge brigade that you were saying? Like, what's going on there?
That's like 50 warships. That's like a sizable like fucking fleet.
Okay.
Like a nation's worth of ships. Like,
Oh.
you know what I mean? And not like an
Okay.
American nation's amount of ships. I'm talking like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the UK.
No,
Bro.
even that's a lot.
Oh.
Oh god, they're British. Oh no.
Mm.
It would be about 50 warships over a career, is what you would gather under your flag. And various other smaller vessels.
I could make that 100 warships also.
Yeah, if you really want to double down, yeah, you can do that.
Double down, do it.
My ultimate question is what kind of influence do you want to have on a specific region then, if you're doing that? And maybe that's
Specific
where we guide
region,
this.
like country or set of countries or
Ocean, if you're doing
Kind of
ships, like specific
Oh,
nation.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's up to you.
When
Keeping
Are
in
we gonna
mind,
have a
again,
campaign
a
on
lot
over-
of these nations are going to be underwater. This whole section of the Ilbicus Highlands is gone.
Wait,
This
what whole
middle,
section I wasn't scrolled up?
this, like almost all of this is underwater. The Pedros Isles disappear. Most of Jera gets flooded.
Sorry,
All of this goes underneath. This all goes
Hmm.
away. The Grove
all of
gets swept.
Dranican.
Dranican
The Grove-
is not. Oh, Dranican actually has some mountains in it, so they're kind of okay. There's a few
Okay.
islands
Grove
there
just
still.
becomes an underwater forest.
The Ogdenlands
like
are just
Subnautica type
islands
shit.
now. Coruscant gets a huge flood, and most of its coastline goes away.
Burning Isles
Basically,
are no longer
they
burning.
have to retreat over to the border of the Grove, which even that gets sucked in quite a bit. So
You know, like Subnautica, I think one biome is like a forest underwater. Is that just what the Grove becomes?
yeah, basically.
Kind of cool.
Alright,
Burning Isles
yeah.
no longer burn.
I think we'll do the 50 little ships.
Okay, for one of your points. Where do you
Yes.
where are you known? Where are you most known now?
It's Alohan Ocean.
Okay, so
When are we going to have a campaign on overthrowing the Gorb Empire?
creates a fleet across the Soloan Ocean. What is your dynasty? What is your fleet here? What are you known as?
Oh,
What if I just called it Gorb's Fleet?
Gorb- That's funny, honestly. You should. Let's overthrow Gorb's fleet, honestly. What the fuck? Holy
You know what? We're gonna. What was it called? Verona? Was it? Velona. Is Velona's Grace a good name? Velona is like the place of my original like training.
Yep, I see. Okay.
All right, yeah, we'll call it that.
Yay. All right. All right. That is one of your points. We will move on.
Yes. For my other point.
No. One at a time.
Oh.
We move
Then
on.
Another
my
ship.
My bad.
We go to Voop, to the owl.
The professor.
For my first point, I'm going to terraform Alhazar so that it can survive the flooding.
Very good.
Oh hell yeah!
That's pretty basic.
Wow,
Using your great magic, Voop terraforms. How much? Because that is a spell that you can use quite a bit.
How big is Alhazar?
Halazar itself is about a 12-mile region of farmland and city. So
Okay.
you can definitely save that. How much do you want to get around it? What do you want to do to this region?
I don't want to make it like a mountain, but you know, as soon as I notice that like the sea level's rising, I do want to just like kind of predict how high the water levels will get, extrapolate that, and just sort of try to keep it as similar as possible above sea level.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to make it too big, but I mean, that's obviously gonna be drastic in some measure, but I'm just gonna kind of keep the same topography, basically.
The city will not sink.
They're just like
All
lifting
right.
everything up.
Any other big terraform things that you want to do to Aelinor, just in general? Because honestly, with a point like that, you can do quite a bit. You have access to the spell. You can do more if you'd like.
Um,
What
Terraform the
nation
whole
would you
world.
like to stop from just
who do I
getting
want to
fucked?
save?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
I-
want to lift up?
I think I've grown a little bit of attachment to Outermere or Terra, so I'll go.
Okay. Good, because they were
them
definitely
too.
going to get fucked. Good. Okay.
Yeah,
They were about to get drowned.
Yep.
we have like something there, right? A farm
Sink
or
or
something.
swim,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah,
We have the
got the
farm. We
farm.
have to visit it.
Oh
We
shit,
have
you're
the
right.
farm.
I forgot about the farm.
Now, as a part
The
of the
farm
terraform,
is doing its job.
over in Outermere, is there anything you wanted to do to that area too, to change it up a bit, or just raise it up?
How big outside the city limits would that be? Or like, are you saying I can kind of expand the range a little bit?
It's a 6-mile radius, right? And you're just casting
Right,
a
right.
spell, so
Well,
you know the level of terraform is up to your own discretion.
that's I mean, like, how much area would you let me get? Because it's only 6 feet per, or what, 6 miles.
6
per
miles. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a peek though,
6
like
feet for a 10th level spell.
that city
6
fits within like a 2-mile area. So
I mean, that's 6 miles a day as well. So like, you
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff
Yeah.
to
Oh
do.
shit, yeah, you get to go ham.
yeah, that's what I'm
You get-
saying.
Well, it's
Could you
also
possibly get the
yeah. I
whole
have a
world
gold
fucking
cost.
lifted up damn near?
Oh, there's a gold cost
Um,
associated. Okay. Well, okay, so that's a limiting factor, sure, but you can still do quite a bit.
I'm
Let's see. This
I'm
is
also
our-
sure that many places would be willing to pay to not get drowned.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
will probably pay to, survive.
You could work something out for sure.
More years of teaching.
Yeah, that's up to you, man. I would let you, reasonably do like 120 miles of terraforming or something if you wanted to. Depending on the gold cost here,
Yeah, I just put an arbitrary amount right now, but I mean we can
Sure.
finalize
Will all the
it.
mountains be underwater that you see on the map?
The mountains would be the things that aren't underwater.
Mm.
And that would be all that's not underwater.
I think
the rest
I'll
of
get.
it would be like little islands.
I'll probably just get like Outermere and then these guys since we know them.
Okay.
And that's about it. I might make it less. It's kind of like swampy, jungly, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'd probably make it more plainsy, habitable for like people.
Sure.
So it's not just like, oh, there's creatures all over the place trying to kill us.
Everything's killing you.
That's very doable. All right. I will add that in with a semicolon. All right. Good stuff. Whoop. Is that
Pause.
satisfactory for that point?
Yeah, I really just
Whoop.
wanted to save Halhazar, but
You have done so.
Yeah.
It will remain more or less unchanged. I will maybe change up the buildings and stuff, but it's a little bit less work for me to do next campaign. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. Up next is Eric then.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been able to think of anything.
That's fine. We can hold on yours. And if you can't
Sorry.
come up with you're fine. You're fine. I'm not. Yeah, it's a
like
tricky
I don't
thing.
know. You just been like, oh, here's this. And it's like, I don't know the limits, and I don't know what's like too little.
Just
Uh,
ask and see what you'll get. That's what I think.
I also
This is the
can't really
time to
think-
fuck about, honestly.
Yeah,
When
Well,
the
what do I
review.
fuck about with?
That's up to you, friend.
yeah.
I
Did you have
don't
You want
any?
to fuck up a
No.
nation?
Did you have any long-term goals that
I
you?
don't have to fuck up a nation. They're already getting fucked up by the water.
Yeah.
Do you want to unfuck a nation? That's what I'm asking here. Like,
that
what
could
do you
be-
want to
Ah,
do?
yes. Let me just take the water, get a bucket, and fucking push away.
I don't know. You,
You-
figure it
you-
out. You're
you
a
are-
sorcerer.
You are a champion of a god too, so maybe you
Mhm.
you use your legacy working alongside the god of justice to
Eleanor,
this out.
can you do this for me, please?
yeah. Lumior, please. Yeah.
Please, Louis.
Well, I'll let you cook. All right. When you think of something, and it doesn't have to be today. It could be next week. It could be fucking any time before our next campaign. Just let me know so I can make the necessary lore changes.
Try and think of something.
Yeah, you're
Hopefully I'll
good, man.
get something idea.
All right, Mr. Scribe.
So, I basically spent 1 point because Gale's helping out Al with his search for the sigils, and that just sounds like a near
If you
near
wanna-
eternal adventure. So like, fuck about with that.
If you want to do that, then I will give you more areas unlocked. Or not areas, sorry, I'll give you more creation sigils because otherwise I wouldn't have charged.
I did want to assist partially with it, like a fair bit, but not like all in.
Yeah.
Air-
I don't think
on
that would
that.
warrant a creation sigil or not creation sigil. Sorry, a legacy point unless you want it to. Scribe, if you want to spend a legacy point finding more, I can add like 5 or 6 more to the ones that you know.
Yes, but that's not the main one I was thinking about right now, because
Oh, okay. Okay.
basically the moon base or asteroid base
Yeah.
teleporter, that's the main one.
Yep. I think that will come into full fruition with one of your points. You guys have been rewarded for the success of Sarah Hill and the eventual reclaiming of artists. You will,
Arby's.
are then in turn granted a new gilded tower. You guys get to pick what kind of gilded tower that would be.
Wait, there's multiple kinds.
Yep.
Oh, right, there is.
Yep.
I forgot.
Would you guys be fine if I basically put that thing on basically like a mobile base?
Yes, do it. Wait,
Go ahead.
what are the 3 kind? There was 3 kinds of towers, right?
There was 8.
Oh,
There's a fair few options.
Yeah.
We went with the more basic one, but basically it allowed us to make it near unkillable.
it was a solid
considering-
choice.
Yeah, for like testing it. And then
There's
I guess we'll figure out the details for the greater details of like the ship and the type of tower later.
okay. All right. Yeah.
The towers.
There's one for each of the arc solars. So the greater angels, and then also one for the god of angels herself, Daya. Yeah, you figured that out. The ship is this mobile base is fully furnished, fully battle ready. You have this new monolith, and using your point, you can also say that you've made a couple strikes somewhere else before that month was over. Or opening up Aelinor and allowing them, a chance to go and make a quick strike and attack somewhere.
Akikaji. Dung.
But I think using the 1 point to just get this thing up and running and saying that it's battle capable and has been, can be used so that you can spend your other points on maybe even capturing new places or getting new allies or something like that could be something of import. All right.
Oh, fib.
So that's 1 point spent. Is that satisfactory, Scribe, or was there something else you wanted to do?
That's good to me.
You have your
I had
moon
an
base.
idea.
What was it called again?
The Hadean.
Hadean. Okay.
Basically, on Earth, everything was on fire and stuff was starting up.
It is Aelinor's 5th moon. All right. During peacetime, if we don't get another sun. Yeah, what's up?
I had idea.
Yeah.
So, that little whole like investing in islands. How much could how much like land's worth of islands could I get with one legacy point? Like, could I get like
A kingdom.
how big is that land wise, like tiles wise?
That's like you could probably get like. Well, where would you want to go? Where would you want this to be first of all, and then I can tell you how much you'd probably get.
I don't really have anywhere specific, just somewhere.
Well, it would vary depending on where you're trying to go and what sort of influence you want to have. I would say for
Environment.
I'd say you'd probably be able to carve out a good square on this
How much is it? One square?
600
600
miles.
miles?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! That never dawned on me. Holy shit! This place is the world is huge.
Yes.
Yeah? 2 times Earth?
Fuck! I forgot that. 600 miles. Shit.
2 times Earth's radius. So
So even
Yeah, no
bigger.
geometry. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I did pretty good in geometry. um, uh, does that have to be like one big like chunk of land, or could it be like multiple ones, even like nations or something almost?
if you wanted to set up a bunch of little like places under your command, you could do that too.
Like I don't want to be all symmetrical, but I mean like you see how there's like all these islands. Okay, those are a shit example, but like there's just a bunch of these over here. Maybe decently sized
Yeah,
instead of just one big like chunk,
sure.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, eventually a lot of these places will look like, this or look like this. So, yeah, you if you wish, yeah, you can section out a place for you to command. I will write that down as one of your things, Eric. Owns a kingdom of islands. Very cool. Yippee! Yippee! All right. Do we want to do a shared one, or do we want to go to keep doing individual ones?
Maybe more individual ones, so then we can just
Yeah,
save all like
that makes sense.
agreeing and discussions.
Al, back to you.
So Jera's gonna be completely submerged, right?
Parts of Jera. Hold on, let's go to the Jera map, and I can show you what isn't going to be submerged. So, good God, where is
Will
this
my
thing?
village be submerged?
Yes,
Okay.
it is in the lowland forest. So all of this area. Hold on here. Let me see. This coastline does not have the benefit that the ones on the eastern coast have, where it is very high up. This is more on the waterline. So all of this is going underwater. These mountain ranges and many of the villages over here are not. The higher areas of the desert over here are going to turn into islands instead. And there'll be a little... Yeah, all of this is just going to become like smaller island area as it begins to sink. This flatland will remain.
Then do you think my whole village and everything like that would move upper towards here or towards somewhere else, like away from Jera entirely?
They would scatter all across these island areas and stuff like that. And basically the human... the frog kais that live over here and the tabaxi would live more intermingled than they already do. So there are places for them to go and mingle and live with one another. But now they'll just really be packed in on one another. They'll be moving in rather than out. But everybody kind of... Half of the population of like all of these places are just going to be moving to each other anyway. Next campaign is going to be a very much more diverse setting for most cities.
Okay. In that case, let me know if this is like too little or too much to do.
Sure.
Since it's gonna be a lot of water, so I'm guessing there's gonna have to be a lot of fishing.
Yep.
And hunting like that.
Yep.
And you know how underwater with bows the distance goes to half?
Yes.
would I be able to get like a special like trademark or trade for the tabaxi and anyone who to like custom create arrows that like are harpoons?
Consider it done. That's so cool. All right.
And yeah, that'll do that one.
Okay.
So that would keep.
I'll just say that your people thrive because of this.
So wait, you just made harpoons?
Harpoon
arrows
arrows.
that do not go half distance because of water, basically.
Hmm.
Very cool. Yeah, your people will benefit greatly from that kind of stuff. All right. Anything else, Al?
I could just spend my last point because I already know what it is. If you want,
Sure. Yeah, might as well.
I was gonna go around making it to where anyone who wants to learn an arcane shot or like the arcane archer ways and everything like that, if I could just teach them as I go around traveling looking for the sigils.
Okay, so there's going to be a number of a group of people who are now arcane archers. Al teaches several groups of people to become arcane archers. Is it that's not under the pretense of any faction or anything like that? That's just you being a teacher going out and making the skill more well known.
If you think it would be good with the Liferal, maybe since it's
Oh,
hunting practice.
we can put that under the pretense of the Liferal. The Liferal expense. I like that. I'm very happy to do that. Okay, so that's your third point. Al, you are all set. Now we just need to worry about your shared ones. All right, very good. Mr. Gorb, you have one more point.
All right.
Another
How
ship.
I'm tempted. Believe me, I'm tempted.
Yeah, I wanna
How
keep.
many
I'm gonna keep tempting you.
students would I get out of a legacy point?
At least.
Oh,
7.
just like going out and getting a whole bunch of students?
Yeah.
Like a city's worth, like a faction, one might say.
Or you could have a great ship.
Well, I
You
need
know you
people
wanna.
to have on the great ship, though.
There's people that already exist.
You have a few people on the great ship, but you don't have, like, as many
Don't
people as
have
the great ship needs to
Oh.
thrive, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't have people for all the 50 warships that I just got as well.
I mean,
I would say that people are included within that sort of spanning influence.
Okay.
That sort of influence is no
Well-
different than what I just gave Eric.
Okay.
so hear me out. As the waters rise, there's people with less homes. That great ship you got.
Yeah, you will get people. It's just a question of, are they going to be ninja students like you're going to get, or are they going to just be like
Or just citizens.
citizens? Yeah.
I'm more toward, are they like people of power politically, I mean.
Not anymore.
'Cause, hey, I might want to pull the strings of a country every now and then. Who knows?
The countries are fucking gone, my
Do
guy.
you want to gain some? Yeah, that actually will be probably pretty true. They'll be much more fragmented at
Yeah.
least.
There's-
But is
Yeah,
there a
that's fair.
specific group that you want to try to gain significant sway over with this great ship?
All of them.
All of them?
I want people from
No.
like a lot of places,
Well, that's fine.
and
You
That's
trying to
how
make the
I want-
UN?
kind of, but I'm more worried about
We need.
them
Okay,
not
Gorb.
being at war with each other and them focusing on the Sundered, trying to
I think-
prevent war on Eleanor and
kinda
focusing it
already
to
are.
the war effort against the Sundered,
No, I
Okay.
know what it is.
So that's like what the
Order of
Farseekers do.
Ignorant.
Let's see. That's what they kind of tried to do, at least. Let's think here. So, using one of these points and using your great ship, using expansive influence and power and martial dominance, but also your monkey cunning, you are able to vastly influence the nations that fragment apart from one another during the flooding, where Helhazar sort of falls out of favor in a lot of big ways politically, to maintain control over the situation and create a space where mediation often happens. This being the Screaming Turtle, a mobile UN base that goes from place to place and basically hosts these massive meetings.
How fast is the great ship?
Not, but it is faster than most ships.
And at
I was going
Submerge,
to.
are we gonna include that little mechanic, or?
What?
And at Submerge, are we gonna include that little mechanic, or?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Who
The
the
great
hell?
ship can submerge.
When they
There's enough space for it too.
Yeah,
Wild.
it's gonna like have a shell that will like close it up, and it can just go underwater.
Nah, that's fair. It's just like, I imagine like
Oh, there's not going
A
to be very
ship
many places
on
where
that
this thing
scale.
can actually submerge. Yeah, it'll need to
Yeah.
be
Maybe
out in
later
the
it
fucking
there will.
ocean. That's true. Yeah, we are about to get 50 feet of water just about everywhere.
Oh, okay.
that is fair. Yeah.
moister than an oyster.
Screaming Turtle becomes a center. Except, well, Helhazar never floods, but that is not the reason that Helhazar loses favor.
Taxes.
That is
Is it
because
just that other places gain more favor?
it's that other places fragment more. Becomes a center for the Farseekers. Meeting points. That's the best I can do for you. I know that's not really what you wanted, but I'm not making you become God
dictator.
of the world. Yes.
Hey, Fib.
I just wanted to be like, you know, stop war, please, here, at least. Kill the Sunder, not us.
Yeah. They're not going to have any way of killing Sunder, though, you understand, for the next 220 years, so.
Well, like, yeah, but
Prepare for
mean,
war.
I think
Yep.
cannons
Still.
work pretty well.
Huh?
just like fire a bow and arrow just directly up at the sky and just see
Yeah,
what
that's
you
a
get
good
out
idea.
of it.
Nice
I-
arrow.
In
either
solidarity.
you'll get an arrow back, or either you'll help us out.
There you go.
Radon's great bow. What the fuck?
Hey, Fib.
Yeah.
The people I taught with the Arcane Archer, was that the Liferol? Or
I was saying that the Lithoral can expand if you wanted to as you teach them. You know what I mean?
yeah, would I be able to use some berries to plant trees at each Liferol I visit, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. No problem. That sounds cool. I'll write that down too.
Does my thing also come with more students? Like iPad, everything?
Does it come with a free hat?
Well, you'll get a few students regardless,
Yeah.
but it's either one or the other.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just keep that then.
All right, Mr. Gorb, you are done. You're out of points.
You're done.
You're done. That is your legacy.
No fucking way.
All right, Mr. Voop, you still have like 3 more.
Holy shit.
All right, what's your next thing?
So I planted the seeds of this earlier, but I want to circle back to like my spy system basically. I was having people begin to like investigate night, and I kind of just want to broaden it to just like gathering information on mysteries, forgotten lore, like this new entity we just kind of discovered traces of now. But yeah, he's gonna try and sort of, I guess, when he can, question mark, he wants to stop being part of the Eyes of Cathis and sort of make this new group of like information brokers, kind of.
Feathers of Whoop.
Do you have a name for it?
I'm thinking like the Whispering Wind, maybe.
Whispers on the wind. Careless
But
whispers.
yeah, they're no.
uh,
they're
I
yeah.
played that
So
in
he
class and
sort
got
of
in trouble for that.
he's gonna try and convince his apprentice and master to like join him and be his like first initiates, I guess. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just gonna be sort of a spy information network. On a sort of basic level, they're gathering info just about the world. There's gonna be new politics and stuff, like Gorb was saying. So,
Yep.
sort of dealing with that a little bit, but also, like I said, sort of these deeper mysteries and trying to gather information on that and maybe give it to people that can actually do something about it, like the Fate Given.
Gotcha. Okay.
He goes from the Eyes of Cathis to the Feathers of Whoop.
No.
That is 1 point. I will give you all that. All right. You will learn one thing from this, and that is the name of this fellow, at least a nomer that he seems to go by.
Greg.
In the very few conversations that he's had with other people, you will learn that he once made himself known to a group of Fate Given. He gave them the name the Wanderer as a sort of title that he has been known as, but he has other names as well.
To help with like knowledge of them, since he got the name of the Wanderer, could I help with gathering information by doing like the scry spells?
Yeah. Scry spells, do they have to be on the same plane?
Let me
Good
pull that
question.
up.
I mean, if it doesn't say that specifically, then probably not, right?
Yeah, the same plane of existence as you.
Okay, so normally you wouldn't have that. But there would be a couple instances over the span of time where you would see him traveling and witnessing either Hal Hazar or other of these cities. Sometimes he's just walking through woods, going to these ancient burial sites, and just kind of like looking around. He is an old man with kind of a very almost like a much more gentle face, I would say. He
Wait,
looks
we're still talking about Night, right?
no, not at
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
No, this is the Wanderer.
Different person.
Okay.
He wears like a kind of like darker brown cloak that seems to cover everything. It's like a single piece.
The drip.
It is not drippy. He looks almost destitute. He himself looks very gaunt. And once in a while he will bring forth these violet orbs that he keeps with him to conjure these fantastic machines to bring forth something and then conceal them again. But it seems like he almost always notices that he's being scryed upon.
Damn,
He
that
just
still
doesn't choose to
sucks.
be just doesn't choose to resist it.
He just doesn't. Well, no, he will resist it sometimes, but if it succeeds regardless, it's like he can see that he's being scryed on.
Okay.
Legend
At some
lore.
point.
Legend lore would do something on the
Yeah.
object. Yeah. It is the Astral Traveler. It is a thing that
The
was
Traveler?
no,
Destiny 2?
no. It is the core of a star that has been captured and shrunk down to a almost impossible size. It is almost a black hole that he uses to transport himself across dimensions and across space and across time itself. This is time travel.
Oh. Okay.
The Orb.
You said allows him to time travel?
Yes.
Oh damn! I didn't like.
I'm
click
in
on that.
space, within his hand.
One of the more powerful aspects of the void. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I believe that is most of the major points there. Voop, anything else?
Relating to that one, not really.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably pretty fair. All right. Let me just mark you as 2 of 4. Eric, here's your last point.
I kill Gorp. Not kidding. Before he becomes a dictator. No.
I shrug.
No.
Each core proper hygiene.
No. I'll let that be his undoing. So with the items beforehand, I was thinking maybe the whole. Sorry, seeing PvP chanted just distracted me. Like the whole islands. I was thinking, from Lumior, like some god magic bullshit. Like they're just like floating, just like
I'll give you
like
floating islands for a
propulsion.
legacy point.
That's what I was wanting the original one.
I'll give you islands for one, and I'll give you floating islands for the other. You know what I mean? And together they will be your kingdom of floating islands.
So I had to have ownership of the kingdom.
If you don't,
I
then
was
you
just
just
wanting.
have a bunch of floating rocks.
I just wanted it to be land. I didn't really care for the specific ownership of the land.
Okay, so Lumiere conjure. Well, it wouldn't be Lumiere, but lands are enchanted with the ability to float. Where are these areas? What lands do you make lift off into the sky?
So you don't want the island?
No, no, I was on. No, I mean like. Okay, my brain just shut off because that fuck. Like I was wanting all floating islands. Was mainly more from an aesthetic point of view. Just like they're all just like floating.
I'm not making everything float.
Fair enough.
No, that's what I'm asking. Is like if you're not gonna do anything else with them, I could incorporate that if you want.
Okay.
Well, you still
I
have.
don't know. I just don't really have much for ideas.
Okay.
There's like, oh, floating islands. I like there.
Do you have a specific region where you'd like to add floating islands to?
No. Or, somewhere up north, I guess.
Okay,
Maybe
somewhere up
cold,
north.
just because.
All right. Surely not the nation of already floating islands somewhere else, though.
Yeah.
I understand.
But wait, there's more. We got neighbors.
Lands are enchanted near the Ilbicus Highlands. Alright.
The Ilbicus higher lands.
Yeah, the even higher lands, yes. Alright, Eric. We'll get back to you then on your next one. Scribe.
Oh, I thought that was both of them.
Nope.
Just more. Okay.
If you want to do 2 of the same thing and just have like a whole fucking like country of floating islands, then that would be fine too.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
then yeah, that's 2
whole,
of
like-
them then.
like just a whole country of floating
Okay.
islands.
Sure.
The floating islands. That's all I wanted.
A whole nation of lands are enchanted with the ability to float near the Ilbicus Highlands. Alright, they lift off as the flooding really gets bad.
W. Lumior.
Alright, now a describe. That is your legacy.
Worth.
I wanted to, in part, train people as basically the foot soldiers for whenever the Hadean goes out on the strike missions. And I want to also use the magic the magic spell into a weapon store that I had to like advance that and like equip them with like 1 or 2 spells each, basically. Like make what's the fighter subclass? I basically wanted to train a bunch of
Eldritch
them.
Knights.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sounds so cool.
That's a campaign right there. Serve on the Hadean. That's a TV show, honestly. My robot
Hell
boss
yeah.
gave me this cool sword, and now I can smite. All right. Anything else you want to do alongside this? Because that's pretty
My
cool.
burning robot boss gave me this cool sword that lets me smite people as I go on a crusade across space.
I wanted to also in part of that was also like expanding the shop to include more spellcaster lists and basically expand it out to the nations because people will need magic as much as possible because it's what helps them here in this setting.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Basically expand out like from artists to actually on Eleanor and to the other nations, the shop. Like enchant weapons for people.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, sure. Yeah, I understand. Expand influence across artists. Eleanor. Awesome. All right. No problem there. That makes sense. Your monolithic fucking presence is much more known, and you become maybe not a household name, but certainly a known contender across the circles of warriors and those who would need your services across the whole world. Of course, as far as Fate Given go, you are you're all quite famous. Let's see. Scribe, did you want to go ahead and spend your third one quick?
The third one was spent basically with Al finding more of the sigils, but
Right.
that's kind of just like you can write that out like where those are.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll add that. I'll
later.
add that to the list. Those will be some more than maybe niche ones too. Discovery of more. Very cool. All right, that is your legacy. All right. Let's see here. And up next, we just have let's Scribe. Let's see. Is that everybody other than Scribe's other two? And our shared ones?
I think you mean Voop's other two?
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Voop's other two. All right, Voop, you got 2 more.
First question: is there a way, not to necessarily sever your fate giving connection, but like to be like
Split off from it?
disbanded from it? Like, is there a way to be off the grid? Like,
There is
or will
definitely
he
a way to be
always
off the
know?
grid. Yeah.
Okay.
Incognito mode.
It is something that even the warden himself tried to attain for many years, and he did find a way to do it.
Okay. If that's gonna take a whole point to do,
It would.
then okay. I think he's going to do that.
Okay.
For his third point.
So, how far off the grid do you want to go here, Voop? That's my question.
I guess it's technically my last thing I'll do. So
You have 2 more points.
right, that's what I mean. So
Okay.
technically, make that my last one. But the first thing then before he goes that far.
I see. Okay. I understand now. Got it.
Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna count as a point or not, but he wants to investigate like what we were talking about with Anda and this like informant person who was like telling him stuff.
Yeah.
In the first session, he wants to sort of follow that plot line, I guess, and I guess the way that at least I'm thinking without information is, if need be, it leads to like the Ivory Familia or whatever, he's gonna try and like wipe them out because they're also infringing on his new espionage thing.
Yeah. You will. Yeah, I will say that you deal a heavy blow to the Ivory Familia, knocking them out of, at the very least, the Obicus Highlands, and where you have a home base in the Ved Coast. They're dealt a crippling blow where they are basically made illegal. The investigation alongside your faction that you have developed here in Anda. Digging into this, this was, let me find his name quick. This was a plot devised by one of the by Walter no, by a man named Walter, not Walter, sorry, Osmond Kroll, who is a he's something
So
of
fucking weird.
a strange artifact dealer who is told by somebody, some shadowy like guy, who you surmise to possibly be
One.
one of the members of the Umbral Call,
Okay.
to gain access to this artifact. And then Osmic Kroll was basically put in jail after failing to complete this task. But what you discover is that there is a massive, highly illegal ring of just brutality, and like pillaging happening by the Ivory Familia all across the Saloan Ocean, and taking mostly happening in Elisana, and a few of these other maybe more tribal environments, where their forces can just step in and basically kill off large swaths like villages, and just take stuff and sell them as curios. So obviously the reputation of that organization within Halhazar is forever tarnished, and people who have anything to do with them are looked down upon like very terribly. But more importantly, people rise up against these guys all across the world and just start, really putting their grip to a point of contention, or contending with, fighting against it. Basically, they will not have nearly the power that they once did.
Okay.
What do you
And
do with
then-
Osmic Kroll? That's my question.
So he was the artifact dealer, you said?
He was somebody who was told to look for this.
Kind of like a middleman, right?
Yeah, kinda. He was there during the attack.
I'll leave that up to Anda what she wants, because he's pretty much the reason whatever happened to her.
I think she would. She's like not too intense of a person. I think she'd probably just want him jailed.
Okay.
Jump further in like a jar.
What the hell? More jars. Network
Send them to the abyss.
topples.
Now, honestly, I'm. let me roll it. Wait, I have to actually pick what 1 and 2 are. Okay. So 1, he goes to jail. 2, I'm gonna banish him.
You got to.
I'm gonna banish him.
To
Right?
where? To where'st?
Worms.
Let's
Keg.
put him.
Barkeg.
8 different
We
planes.
Put him in a jar.
can I make an offer? We do have that portal in Versia that leads to a prison plane, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Wait,
Hmm.
what?
That was a.
Where Deathlord Cars is.
I thought
Wait.
we basically found like a
Another
portal
thought.
inside though while we
Uh,
were exploring inside Versia.
Yeah. There was a big room, and
Oh,
it took
shit,
you
I
to
remember that.
that one plane of existence where it's just basically a big acid sea.
Yeah.
Banish
another
him there.
thought,
Throw him in the
sure
pit.
If it worked, Gorb has access to like a little pocket plane. You can make him like a servant there.
Make him the forge man.
I don't know, Fib. Could I
No.
make him a servant there, or I thought we were just being ejected
Wasn't sure if it would
for
work.
that 1 hour limit?
I think you'd get ejected after the 1 hour limit. It's not like,
Okay, that would
So
work.
I could like slave him, but
well,
that's not necessarily moral in my playbook. So
yeah.
Mm,
Acid pits sound good too.
Yeah, the acid pit banishments.
is
Just a
he?
casual acid pit sounds
Can I
good
do like an
too.
insight on him? Is like, is he? Did he learn assassin?
make an insight check.
But who cares? Who cares though?
hey,
Well, that's
remember
what I'm saying.
that?
I don't really care about
Uh,
him, so I'm like, I don't know what to do with him.
You
Nine.
can't
Remember
you
that
can't
place
really
with all the
get
frogs?
yeah
With all the frogs?
Yeah,
like the grung. What are you talking about?
yeah. The place with
The-
all the grung.
The
yeah.
man-eating
Only
frogs.
Gorb is
Go
afraid
on.
of. Wait, they're man-eating?
Yeah,
Just like
Oh.
throw him there.
fair enough. You can't get a good read on this guy to know if he's turned a new leaf or if he's just kind of a shithead.
Okay. Well,
But
Who
he's
cares?
he's
Just
definitely
because-
a scheming guy.
yeah, I was gonna say just because I might find a use for him later. I'll keep him in prison like she wanted. And then I know where he's at if I can think of something for him.
Imprison him in the abyss.
Okay. Let's see. I will write on my notes. Further punishment pending.
Pending. You're told that your
Further-
punishment is pending. That's honestly like ominous.
Okay.
It's like you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
And then
Put
how
him in
far off?
death
purgatory because he
row
can't
right
die
now.
of old age. So
Yep, that's true. How far off the grid are you going here then, as far as fake and stuff goes?
I was gonna say yeah, is probably part of this not I don't want to say genocide, but like it's part of this defamation thing for the Familia. He's probably gonna get himself killed and start his off the gridness.
No
Because he
more
has the
teaching.
clone.
Yeah, I understand. So,
Yeah.
Boop dies, goes off the grid, he disappears. Okay, gotta write this first of all.
Wait, does that mean he doesn't have to teach anymore?
Yes.
It does.
Nice.
Disappears.
What do you-
Okay.
What do you do
Wait.
in 200 years is the question at that point.
Let me think here. All right. So how far? So you're severing your connection between. Are you just making it so that your fellow Fate Given don't know where you are anymore, or are you making it so you're no longer a Fate Given?
If possible, he wants to be a fate given still
Okay,
to
that's fine.
with the powers, but he just doesn't want to be tracked. Like
Understood.
obviously people can still.
The only person who
divine
knows
or whatever, but-
where you are anymore is Aelinor himself. Maybe.
Okay.
Disappears. No longer trackable by
He's free.
Fate Given. And most other powers. And again, that's
What
only
if you
because
just
Aelinor
did, like,
knows just about everything
accept
that's going on.
us?
The basic gist is he doesn't want to be able to like we can look through each other's eyes kind of thing.
Yeah.
He just wants that
okay.
severed.
Yep, that is cut.
Okay. And then yeah, but I know we're doing group stuff now, so I was like, as far as that goes, that's kind of more recent to the next campaign. It's if possible, like 200 years from now, kind of thing, instead of 200.
Yeah. That can happen anytime up until the end there. I feel like you pick a very, very convenient time for you, like right before the end of the second song, is coming up here. It's due to happen in about 10 years, and maybe a few years before that. You're like, I'm gonna go. This is gonna be my moment to hide away.
I'm about to head out.
Yep. All right. Asgrath still never returns, by the way. Let's get into these shared ones. Do we want to just keep getting these through, or do we, until they're done, or do we want to end at 10 and then meet back up for a shorter session next week?
I mean, I don't have school tomorrow, so
I'm fine powering through.
We've got 3 shared ones that you guys can just do whatever with, and then we've got 2 that have to be used for 3 that have to be used for specific purposes.
What do we want to do?
What kind of specific purposes?
So the 3 specific ones are, let's see. You have 1 point to be used for any, because you found the mixed dragon things where the cobalt dragon is in fact a mixture between a blue dragon and a gold dragon. So something to deal
Can there
with
be more mixes?
dragon. Yes, that is either the discovery of more mixed dragons on Versia or something like that.
More.
The other point is to be spent on something to deal with the fate of Deathlord Kars, the Legion of Night, just Undead in general, or Artis. And then the other one is to deal with either Artis or the Great Pine.
Great Pine becomes the Greater Pine.
And then you have just 3 other shared ones that you can do for whatever. I don't care. It's just whatever projects you guys want to work on.
Should we go over the ones that are planned first, or?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So I don't know. The point with the dragons. What did you guys want to try to do with that, if anything?
I wouldn't mind more, like, mixed race dragons out in the world.
Yeah.
Find more to basically
Okay.
breed them.
Sure.
If that's okay with everyone.
Question: what element is the cobalt dragon? Is that
Light.
like ice or something?
He is lightning and fire.
Oh,
Oh,
so it
dual
just mixes
element.
like
Okay.
that. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah.
So it'd be like the one that we fought in the plane, which was poison and fire.
The magma dragon, you're
I'm-
saying?
Yeah,
The magma dragon was also a mixed dragon.
Ah,
Versia's got some weird shit going on in there.
So they're
Oh, I
not
just realized
all
the
good.
X
Well-
marks on Versia.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably do
could
that as
try
one
to
of our-
wipe out
Yeah, you
out
could
the
that
ones
could
that
definitely
are-
be one of your shared ones. Yeah.
what if
So
we
what
just all
is-
get a dragon? Like, of our element combination.
I was gonna say, what does it necessarily do that we've discovered them? Like,
Well, that's just up to
they're
you. I
just-
mean, that was a good.
next campaign, there's gonna be more of them. Is that
Yeah,
right?
there's either
Or-
going to be more of them, or you're going to find them and kill them, or just something weird. You know what I mean? Like some of
Okay.
the, if there's a specific kind that you want to either bring into Hal Hazar more, or make like, oh, by the way, now all Fate Given get these fucking dragon things that they have to take care of, or something like that.
Wait, what?
How to,
Are we-
how to train your dragon?
How to train your dragon?
That sounds like a dangerous plan.
Yes.
I'm
if
down
we
for
can
it.
get
I
rid
wasn't
of
paying
the-
attention, but sure.
If
I
we
got
get rid of
space
the
up.
chromatic versions and we just keep like the
Oh.
gem and the metallics.
I mean,
That would be
the
possible
That's
too.
right.
chromatics are still on our side. It's just
It's just
we
a little
need
bit
to-
of it's a little bit of chaos in there. Yeah, you just gotta be
Yeah.
careful. Yeah.
yeah. Can't have order without chaos, because that just leads to problems.
True.
Order becomes the chaos.
So
Yeah.
what is the final result here? What is this looking like?
Would people be fine basically like spreading them outside of Versia? Like finding environments that might be suitable for them, depending on like where the types of dragons that they are?
So are there going to be more like different mix types?
And or just like instead of being concentrated in Versia, they're found like also in other parts of the world.
Yes, but I think it should only be. Is it the chromatic dragons that are good,
Chromatic
or is
are
that the
evil.
metallic?
Metallics are the
metallic.
nicer ones.
I think we
That's
should
why I
only
was
spread the
thinking
metallic
metallic.
then.
And then there's also Gem, which is neutral.
Gem.
Oh, it's pretty
Metallic
metallic.
and gem, maybe.
Yeah.
Few gem, at least.
Does the cobalt one that we had, is that one ever learned to like speak or anything? Or
Yeah, he eventually grows to be a big help.
Okay.
He will be a protector entity for the Chantry until you guys send him off somewhere else.
Does he show like signs of like chromatic anger and shit like like that?
If there ever was a fate-given dragon, he is the one. He is very much his papa's son, and by that I mean Asgarath. Because he is one of his direct brood. He is both calm in his times of passivity and absolutely ferocious during wartime.
Who's a good boy?
And would we be able to like have him be like the watcher over the dragons and make sure they're not doing things too fucked up?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna
would you like
say-
to name this guy?
Want some input for the dragon.
Do you want me to just open that like fantasy name generator or?
Whatever's good.
I have no clue what the heck to name a dragon.
I don't know.
Asgarath Jr.
Right.
Alfart
Oh,
from the Neverending Story.
Yeah, sure. From the one
Hmm.
Never-Ending Story.
What's her name?
That was just a
Petorogs.
Hey, maybe one that you can pronounce. Taragosa? No, Taro.
Greg.
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 I don't know.
I just did Asgarath backwards.
I hate you.
He's gonna be like, Gorb Jr.
Hi. All right. Shit.
I think that's what his name was.
Falcor. Okay. Berry Mutt.
Moot like Bahamut.
I see. What are you guys thinking? John? Nice.
Is big.
B.I.G.
B.I.G. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's okay. I'll just call him Junior for now. Cross
Arcadian.
Arcades. I like that.
I'm literally just looking at magic cards right now.
I see. As you should. Very good.
Or there's Ojitai.
Arcades kind of looks like him. That's what kind of like what I imagine.
Mr. J. Rancher.
Ojitai.
J stands for jolly.
Ojitai looks cool. Holy shit. He's like pink and white though. Badass. Alright. Mithrix. Isn't that something too?
Rain 2.
Oh, it's a fucking guy. Yeah, dude. It's a fucking hammer dude, right?
Yeah, it's the boss. The fucking king of nothing or whatever the hell he is.
Yeah.
Little bitch ass.
All good names. Alright. Well, we kind of figured that one out. Alright. Up next, what happens to Deathlord Cars and his folks? Anything to weigh in there?
Who was Deathlord Kai's again? Was he the
He's
Nightwalker?
the lich that you put in a jar.
He was the music
Yes.
man. Yes.
Oh yeah, didn't we turn him into somebody?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's in that prison plane that we were talking
And
about earlier.
220 years within the Amber Prison will make anybody either really pissed or really, really, docile. Yeah.
Well, depends if he's pissed or if he's docile.
Let's roll a dice. Somebody give me a D2.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna tell you which one's which, but he's pissed.
One.
Yeah,
I
he's
guess we
pissed.
kill him.
Round 2.
All right.
Okay, what if we?
Haha, I got your staff. Haha.
No.
you're in
70
your
days when fucking Big Boss comes back and he's like, that sucked. By that, of course, I mean the Warden Soul.
Yeah.
He comes back to
Still
the Amber
not.
prison and he just puts him down. Eventually.
For the people that he had, would anyone be against me basically grabbing them to help me man the ship?
The ghouls.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but you have to give them stormtrooper armor.
It is discovered that Night has been absorbed by Nemesis, so they don't
Mhm.
have a leader anymore.
Yeah.
It's good for
Yeah.
us, I think.
No.
Whoop's gone at this point.
You only got the middle.
Well, no, that's after the fact. I think this would be more like in the middle years.
Okay. So Whoop's the closest thing to a leader they have, I guess, right?
Yeah, they don't have much in the way of that. Deathlord Cars was kind of their boss, and now they're just like a bunch of captains and shit.
Yeah, they're not smart, or not smart, but they're not helpful for anything I'm doing. So,
Yeah.
if they can be manual labor, I think yeah.
I mean, I need people who know how to run a ship, so
Oh,
right.
probably a good idea.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the-
They could bolster your numbers too. That's a good idea.
At the very least, it starts up the population that exists on top of in whatever the cities that actually pop up on top of this thing.
Yeah. And
So
they don't
Fib-
seem to be like predatory undead. They are just weird. Yeah. What's up?
There's guys. but-
Since
Yeah.
we got to level 20 in the course of about a month and a half, can we just roll D100 and
Nope.
add that many levels?
Anyway,
Okay.
moving on. Let's see here. That we have one more point, and that is the world tree. Anything you guys want to do with that?
What are some of the options with that? Because it just
Can
basically
it make
just
little
growing on its own,
smaller
right?
trees?
What's up?
What are some of the other options that you could think of? Because I kind of just thought it was good by itself.
One thing, it's just like, does the world tree end up, with fate given help, end up being something that is either spread across Aelinor more, or not Aelinor, but Artis? Does it end up becoming a deity with your guys' help of some sort? That kind of stuff. Because the world tree is capable of doing things like this.
What would happen if I were to take a little bit off of the world tree and put it on one of my boats?
That's a cold boat.
Easily.
If you want to
have
harvest,
a refrigerator.
if you want to harvest parts of the world tree, it will let you do that because you did save it. So,
Like, what would it, like, mechanically do?
I think it would just be like frost-resistant ship stuff. So, be able to go through like icebergs and stuff.
Are there many icebergs in the Salohan Ocean?
There's about to be.
Alright. I guess I'll take a few
Okay, sure.
little, like, pieces, yeah.
This is nothing, by the way. As far as
Yeah.
that point goes, it's just whatever.
Maybe have it spread through the world so it's harder to take over for the while we're waiting.
So smaller, other smaller trees are planted across Artis.
Would that work
Mhm.
with everyone?
That's
Well,
fine with me.
Can it like the way was I know Elgo was special, but like when he put a part of this tree onto his boat, it kind of altered it. Could
Yeah.
that do that for anything? Like, could we all be like a little infused with our items with it?
I would say if you want to get an additional blessing from this thing like that, you could probably do so. Let me think here.
I guess specifically for me, I'm wondering, could I like attach it to my staff and do a little extra stuff, or
Yeah. Do you just want like a damage increase to spells or something, or are you looking just for like a side effect or what?
yeah, just anything like if it's gonna alter it at all.
Yeah. Hold on. I got something for you. Any damage dealing spell cast with your arcane focus. We'll just have it be like a slot thing, right? Let me look and see how much it can be. Hold on. And then we'll call it there for that one, and then we'll just do your broader shared ones. D&D. Hold on. Blessings of Lar. No, that's under Trades of Raldir. There we go. How much damage are we talking here?
No fucking way.
No fucking way, man. All right.
It needs to be a sound effect.
You could
in
do
the
a
server.
D10 on top of every. You could do like a D10 of cold that you add to every instance of a spell, damage dealing spell. It's like cold or piercing. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Otherwise, another one I can do is allow you to give yourself. Let's see. Well, yeah, I gotta work on that system a bit more. YouTube playback is timed out. Shit the fucking bed. All right. We'll call that for
you.
that one. We have the 3 extra ones now. The other 3 shared. That I gave you for all the creation sigils you got, all the relics you got, and also completing the quest on Sarah Hill. What are just 3 projects that you guys want to do as a group, kind of, over the next 220 years? What is the Feral
I don't
Five's
know.
legacy? That is my question.
Are these gonna flood anyways? All the red X's.
Several of them are, but some of them are built into mountains.
I think that's a good one to like. Let's clear out that.
Okay. The destruction of the Lamia Court. Or are you guys just meeting them and trying to come to a? What's your goal here with the Lamia Court?
Should we just banish them all?
They are actual demons sent from a different plane of existence.
I mean, see if we can come to terms. If not, banish them.
All right, somebody make
Purge them all.
somebody give me that persuasion check to try to come to terms.
Ooh, me do it. Me do it.
You do it.
Dibs.
Okay.
Oh god.
I'm expecting
Whenever
a
that
nat,
happens,
it's
I'll
gonna be a
give
nat
you.
1.
I'm going to cast expertise on you for this.
Okay.
This is important. And however long that this takes is how many spell slots I take. Because this I can do this
Alrighty.
for like
I have an 11 to
hours.
persuasion. 25.
Damn. All right. 25. You meet with one of the greater queens of this faction.
Al just said guidance in Discord.
Did he? Okay.
26.
26. Yeah. And you come to an understanding. That understanding being, of course, that their failure to cooperate and lessen their impact would result in their entire obliteration.
Don't be a bastard.
So what they end up doing is they end up releasing most of the servants, slaves, whatever that they keep. The jackalwares being the only remaining peoples that they keep under their control, as they are more inclined to actually serve them of their own free will. The Lamia court falls away as far as its militaristic rule over much of Versia begins to wane, and you see the actual nations of Versia given the chance to come into their own power. So next time, the Lamia court will not indeed have a stranglehold across the entire. I don't want to say nation, continent. Yeah, there you go. Lamia court thwarted in Versia. Is that satisfactory?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Hmm.
You guys
Mhm.
travel around. You probably would have had to tackle a couple of them, but you would have gotten some ample cooperation and possibly even help from these entities. And you would have met a number of the nations that will join us campaign 3.
That's one way to make a good impression. Just topple the dictatorship
Yep.
and or
Yeah.
people invading.
Yep. Was there one in Mondoa? No, there's not. All right. Just one. Well, kind of. This one. All right. We have 2 more.
They don't have ideas.
I want that son. I want the artist's son.
Yeah, we can do that. So what we'll do then is the artist's son. Let's see. No, I'll just give it to you. There is no boss battle there. You guys meet up with. How do you guys? Okay, first of all, I will say that this point is mostly going to be spent trying to get the equipment so you can go to the sun, except for Scribe, who I don't think takes fire damage at all. In fact, heals from it, right? Or no? Is that not the case anymore?
I just straight up heal from it. And Eric also can join me considering he has the first stone plate now.
Sure.
So you guys, yeah, it's true. I will say that maybe it's just the 2 of you, unless you guys have other ways of being immune to fire damage. I think there's probably just like a soul piece or something that could do it.
There are, but it's expensive.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Either way, you guys meet up with this dragon, this sun dragon that lives at the center of this smaller red star, and you basically come into contact with this thing. And come to an agreement that this war, this battle over the sun is theirs, and they, offer your services in helping this thing. And you charge alongside this wall of fire elementals against these other creatures that live on the surface of the sun and in its depths. You come into contact with basically like what might be a normal like civilization of creatures, not civilization, but ecosystem of creatures that live across the sun. These different elementals and like genie type elemental beings that basically span the entirety of this place, and just begin an absolute brawl over this sun. The dragon, alongside your efforts, because this sun god is already in command, you will in fact win this battle. And the Son of Artists will join Aelinor as the month closes, and that is one of your points. That is your great legacy. In succeeding this, I will be deciding at the end of all 3 campaigns where you guys end up rank wise as far as this goes. I have to decide that as far as like Fate Given, because there are different ranks of Fate Given. All right. Artis is purified, and by that I mean the sun. Over the span of the next 220 years, then, the battle over the different gods is assured, but the planets that don't have gods is made a quick one, meaning that not only will Artis Prime join us with a possible World Titan and second Beast God, adding effectively 2 new gods to the pantheon, and also this other smaller solar dragon god. But we will also be getting 2 new Earth-sized worlds joining the campaign as settings for us to seed. Well, that's 1 point. Actually, I will say that that's 2, if that's fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
people fine?
Okay.
People fine with
All,
it?
all I could think of was to like rebuild the place we destroyed by killing that one guy. That was the only other thing I could think of to do.
Killing what one guy?
The Godheart Barkag somewhere in there, because like the world is crumbling there because of the Echo.
Oh, yeah.
The Song of Entropy.
Yeah,
The cursed land. Yeah. Yeah, I can
That
say
was the only
that
other.
yeah, I won't cost a point for that, but yeah, feeling bad, you guys start to figure out how to help whatever creatures actually live in Barkeg. The Void Orcs are gone. You don't
Well,
really
now.
seem to find any of them ever. But there are other creatures that have begun to make residence here, and certainly many Underdark dwellers that you find and help out as they find their entire civilization flooded, and manage to figure out a system to try to keep them at least a little bit dry, and set up dividing rocks so that they have at least like a dam built, basically, where water can get funneled out of a place and they can begin to get some semblance of a home back. Barkeg is now going to be an Underdark nation. Its surface completely devoid, other than a few pockets that lead directly into the core of the earth. But the Violet Orcs were already cursed.
I forgot the Underdark exists.
I had a quick question.
Yes.
Do we call like Earth just like dirt and other stuff Eleanor technically in this world? In character?
That's pretty funny. Well, guys, that is the end of it. That is our legacy here. That is our story. Are there any final last threads that we want to tidy up or figure out quick, or?
What's happening to my boat with the pole with arms?
Oh, that slowly spreads and begins to devour
Yeah.
the ship. So that. Go ahead and make an animal handling check for me, actually.
Okay.
The ship is gone.
Hold on, this might be good.
Right there. 21.
21. Your boat is alive. And it's alive in the best way. Where, sometimes you will walk around and try to, get a cup of coffee, and the boat will extend an appendage of its wall and hand you the cup of coffee. But your boat has become a living vessel. It is aberrant in nature. It is a creature, not a construct. It is a mimic ship, yes, exactly. And it is friendly to you.
Og.
Any others? All right. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to message me. But guys, we started this campaign, God, what is it, December? 2 years ago? January?
So, yeah.
Something like that.
It was a good ride. Lots of
A year and
fun.
a half.
I joined January 2nd.
Okay. And we did
So that
like
was
2
like what-
sessions before you or something like that, so
Yeah, so it's December something, so I'm guessing y'all started.
crazy stuff,
I
man.
mean, we basically like started messaging each other, like messaging Fable around December. That's about it.
Yeah. So,
I like saying
you guys are
Ian
awesome.
for
All right.
bringing me in.
I'm very lucky to have such an awesome selection of players. Like dude, my campaigns, I could not be any luckier as a DM. So thank you
Honestly-
for sticking through with me. I know that there might have been, there's been a lot of growing pains. I've been trying to, figure stuff out with this, and sometimes I don't have all the time I wish I had, but
At least they're not shrinking pains.
that's true, I think we're slowly figuring it out, and I can't wait to see see how this all develops, and meet again very soon and figure
Never
things
thought
out
I'd be
going
doing
forward.
this, I'm be honest with you. I'm glad I'm here.
It's a lot of fun.
Also, thanks to Ian for getting me in here.
Yeah.
Hell of a way to try out D&D.
Yeah, if I didn't know Ian, I wouldn't have been here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll close it out here. Say
Alright.
say one last bye-bye for the next few weeks, I guess.
Bye.
Bye.
Tschüss, bis später.
Oh my gosh.